Good afternoon everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all well. You join us here today, Microsoft Flight Simulator, once again of course, on the VATSIM network with the Horizon Simulations Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner. Fresh to the sim, now released for everybody to enjoy, and we're off for a real world sector from Singapore Changi here across to Bangkok in Thailand, a journey that's going to take us north westerly, and hopefully we will arrive, if I've set the time correctly, at sunset, which will be absolutely stunning. It's good to be back in this. I have been quite impressed actually with what they've been able to do with this so far. Sadly the jetties and stuff are a little bit weird in this scenery, and I've been left a little bit miffed by the scenery actually. It's not the quality that I remembered it being, if that makes sense. Glaring issues straight away are some of these textures as well. So look at the ground markings there. Boeing 737-300 behind the nose wheel, look. The jetties don't work properly. And then we look across on this side and it's the reverse. And once I've seen it, I cannot unsee it, sadly. So yeah, annoying. Welcome to all of you in the live chat though. It's a fairly unique looking paint scheme, isn't it, this Scoot, full sign Scooter. Hello to Mikhail, Zato as well, welcome to you, Badger, Matthew, Delta Tango, good morning to you. Hopefully the 1 o'clock UTC start time is a little bit better for you this week at least. The commentator, welcome. Night Shepherd, good evening. Hope you all guys are all good. It's going to be about 2 or so hours today. Saudi Crab, Doc, welcome to you, living on a player. Canadian Flight Simmer, good morning. Flying Panda David as well, hello guys, and everyone else in the live chat wherever you are in the world. It's great to have you flying along with us today. Let's dive in, because we've already done a little bit of the setup here in the aircraft. The EFB's fired up. We've got on the overhead panel external power, battery, IRS is aligned, flight deck door power, emergency lights, window heat is all on and ready, and we've put the packs on automatic as well. Hydraulics are all on automatic, and we've set our lighting up as required with the navigation lights switched on as well. Down here I've got the transponder page ready on that little COM3 stack, and on VHF1 heart brakes on as well there. VHF1 we're going to tune to ground, which is 1, 2, 4, 3. Ah, chuffy neck. 1, 2, 4, 3. Transfer that across, and we'll have a little listen. Auto brakes onto RTO. And we pulled a lot of the data in from SimBrief already for this. We need our reserves, which are in here. Yeah, very true, Doc. It is dark in real life at the moment in Singapore. We've wound the time back to facilitate trying to mirror roughly the real-time operation that this flight that we're doing today actually operates in. So, and that means that we get a really nice sunset as well. Where are we? FinRes plus alternate 5.45. I'll round it up to 5.5. Cruiser flight level 400. Cost index of 80. That's all done. We've pulled our route in from SimBrief. Interestingly enough, we had some issues importing that in here today. It wasn't taking the route string at all, so I've had to manually set all of this. First waypoint's going to be VMR, which I think's Mersing, isn't it? I think it's Mersing. Try and find it on the charts in a moment, and yeah, it is Mersing. Johor Maru, further up north. But depending on what runway we get, and depending on what departure we get, we're expecting the Chad 1 Delta runway 20 left, and we've had to manually input this waypoint here, a coma, instead of the vectors because of the nuance of this departure. What I mean by that is this. So we'll pin that because that is what we're planning for. Delta Tango, this is Paywest, Singapore, buddy. Patricio Parada, welcome to you as well. So we're going to depart 20 left 203 Changi 1 Delta. It says expect radar vectors to planned AETS route or waypoints depicted in table. So we're going to join the Bravo 469 airway at Mersing. So if we look across here, the subsequent route waypoints after takeoff is fly to Acoma, then direct Mersing VOR, initial climb clearance 3,000 feet. The initial climb down the bottom here shows the initial climb runway heading of 203. So it's a little bit of a faffy departure that, but we've got it all in the aircraft ready. If they change their mind though and give us 20 right, which is over here, we're going to be doing one of these Mersing departures down here. Not sure which. I'll be led by ATC. And because we might have to change that, what we're going to do, just going to make sure the doors are closed.
Singapore ground, Osprey 459 is ready for pushing.
Lovely job. Let's get rid of that, we don't need that.
Osprey 459, pushback approved to face north, QNH 1009.
Pushback facing north, QNH 1009.
Transition altitude here is 11,000 feet. Oops, wrong button. There we go. And we can go to climb forecast and request the winds via sim brief as well. While that's doing that, we've got information Alpha. Let's get our clearance. Open service door aft. That was the caterers. Hold on, somebody's chuffing well spawned on top of me. That's so hot. That's so annoying.
606 ready for taxi. 606 taxi left in Quebec, whiskey holding point whiskey 1.
Anyway, climb forecast is done on route 400. Forecast will leave. Legs is done. Where's our performance page? So thrust limitations. Changi ground, Singapore ground, hello, Scooter 616, heavy stand Echo 28 with Alpha, request clearance to Bangkok.
Scooter 616, Singapore ground, good evening, information, Foxtrot is now current, are able to accept cruise for level 340.
Information Foxtrot, and we could do cruise 3, flight level 340, yes, AFIRM, Scooter 616.
Scooter 616 Roger, you are cleared to Bangkok via the Changi 1 Delta departure, runway 20 left, expect flight level 340, squawk 0174.
Cleared to Bangkok, Changi 1 Delta departure, initial climb 3000, expect flight level 340 and squawk 0134, Scooter 616.
Scooter 616, squawk 0174.
Squawk 0174, apologies, Scooter 616.
Scooter 616, feedback correct.
Singapore ground, hello, Singapore 8034787-10, with information Fox.
Okay, well actually we've got the departure that we wanted then. That's pretty cool.
Bangkok.
David, no worries. It usually happens once every 2 weeks. It usually resolves itself. Right, let's go copy FMC data, which I think sucks it all into here, doesn't it? 20 left. It seems pretty dry, doesn't it? Let's do that. Optimal thrust, optimal config, anti-ice.
Singapore 8034, Singapore
Singapore 8034, go ahead.
Singapore 8034, are able to accept cruise level 380.
Meta.
380 is possible for Singapore 8034.
Singapore 8034, Roger, you are cleared to Bangkok.
Winds are variable 2 knots, so I'm going to go 200 at 2.
Right, expect level 380, squawk 0135.
Outside air temperature is a balmy 26 degrees.
Cleared to Bangkok via the Mersing 8 Foxtrot departure 30 right. Climb flight level 380
What are we missing
squawk
from here?
0135.
Anti-ice.
Singapore 8024, feedback correct, be advised,
See what
initial
it gives
climb
us.
3000 feet.
What are the scores on the doors?
Initial climb 3000, Singapore 8034.
So flaps 5 it says, V1 130, 34, 46 V2,
Singapore 155, Singapore
takeoff
ground, good
profile
evening,
2,
leadership
cell temp
5.
of 70 degrees.
Singapore 155, stand Delta 32, information Foxtrot,
Oh my
taxi
goodness.
7800, requesting IFR clearance to Bangkok, and QNH is 1009.
Singapore 155, cross transmission,
What
please
happened there?
repeat it.
Trying to get my sound mixer up here.
Singapore 155, repeat.
So I've turned the ATC volume down a little bit, so I'm hoping it's
Singapore
not
155,
too
stand by.
too
0606,
loud for you
contact
folks.
Tower 118.6, have a good flight.
118.6, evening, goodbye.
Singapore 155, go ahead if you request.
Singapore 155, yeah.
Streamlabs is being a bit weird today, so I turned off the charts, but for some reason they were still there, which I just noticed by looking at my other screen. So what do we got here? We're going to go to
Singapore 155, information
Flaps
Foxtrot
5.
correct. So level 370 is unavailable for your flight line route. Advise April for level 360 or for
takeoff
level
2, cell temp
340.
70.
We can go for flight level 340.
That's a huge
Flight level
D-rate.
340 is available.
Hold on, cell temp. Oh, that's why it's 70.
Singapore 155, affirm, standby ATC clearance of 1.
That's a bit more like it. 61% TPR. No way.
Singapore ground, Scoot Airlines.
That seems really, really derated, doesn't it? What's the runway length here at Singapore?
0608, Singapore ground, good evening.
Can't see it on the
Foxtrot
charts
correct,
how long the
standby
runway
ATC
is.
clearance of 1.
4,000 meters. Chuffing heck. Yeah, let's just roll the dice and see what happens.
Scooter 609, Singapore ground, good evening.
It's on
leadership
temp
5.
70. Good. So we'll go to the takeoff tab, flap 5.
459 ready for taxi.
Make sure our centre of gravity is in, pre-flight complete green, and 146.
Whiskey, holding point, Whiskey 1, runway 20 right.
Taxiing.
Gonna check fuel here. 8.8, 16.2, which is what we want for the block fuel. Ben, no, it's just an issue with Volanta. It's, I think, the way Volanta is making streamers advertise Volanta without wanting to, if that makes sense. Even though I advertise and promote Volanta all the time because it is really good. Wind's calm, we'll leave that. So we need to change our VNAV because our cruise now is flight level 340, which means we're going to burn a bit more fuel than we expected actually. But it still says there 7.7 tons when we get to the other side. Brief preview, how much were we going to have on arrival? Curiosity, let's have a little look here. Where's my legs?
Singapore 155 ATC clearance.
Singapore 155, go ahead.
9.6 tons. On an estimated
Singapore
6.6.
155 is clear to Ho Chi Minh to the Mersing 8 Foxtrot departure.
We'll see. We'll probably be near minimums, won't we? Let's face it. Tends to be the case with this sort of thing. So, new skies running. Navigraph charts are done. V-pilot's ready. Atlanta's ready.
Victor Mike Romeo 8 Foxtrot departure. Squawk is 0145
And the legs. So yeah, coma, VMR, the key Victor. So
confirm expect from 340.
we've got a taxi all the way up here, down Kilo, down to Alpha 1, full length 20 hopefully, Changi 1 Delta, 203 degrees, up to 3,000 initial climb, but turning to Coma, then direct immersing. Routing north, all the way up over the water, up to wonderful Siam Flight Bangkok's Varma Bhumi International Airport, which is a beautiful scenery, really, really nice scenery from them. Let's get the APU fired up, start, Fault lights out, please.
609, I'll go ahead. Wait, disregard.
Negative, Scoot 608, clear for ground.
We've got Changi Tower 1186 as well.
Scoot 608, able to accept level 320.
No worries, we can take 320, 608.
So pre-tune that ready. TCAS is ready as well, sorry, the transponder 0174, initial climb, runway heading is set, and V speed is set as well. Flight directors can go on, let's clear the caution. And let's clear all of those as well, because otherwise we might miss the important ones.
Runway 20 right. Expect for level 320, squawking 0173.
Very good.
Scooter 608.
APU's on.
Scooter 608, squawk 0103.
My apologies, 0103, Scooter 608.
GSX.
Scooter 608, read back correct.
Prepare for pushback. Quick check of the overheads, that all looks fine. We'll wait, you know what, I'll put the beacon on now anyway. Now for this, in relation to sounds, before we all start asking what the sound packs are and things, because it gets mentioned all the time, and for good reason. With the Horizon Simulation 787-9, you've got two options. You've got a General Electric engine option, let's pause the music, and you've got these, the Rolls Royce Trents. Now, the General Electric engine option have got their own Horizon Simulations custom sounds for the GNX, which are absolutely stunning. They're really, really nice. So for that, you don't need custom sounds. However, for the Rolls Royce Trents, they use the default Asobo sounds. Therefore, for this, I've installed the VTSIM Plus sound pack. Yuki Sim, welcome.
Roger, you are
Mike Oliver as well. Hello to you, David A. Good morning.
Departure, runway 20 right. Expect for level 360.
Once we have a little natural gap here, I'm going to ask for push and start. David says, should we be able to import the flight plan into this aircraft? Yes, but as I was saying earlier on, myself and a few others flying the 787 today, specifically here on this route, haven't been able to pull the SimBrief data, which is odd.
8 Foxtrot departure, runway 20 right, expect flight level 360, squawk code 0160.
Scooter 609, read back correct.
Ground, Scooter 616, stand echo 28, fully ready, request push and start.
Scooter 616, pushback approved to face north, QNH 1009.
Push start, facing north, QNH 1009, Scooter 616.
Release parking brakes, please.
David, it's the VTSIM Plus sound pack for the Rolls Royce, but they've got their own custom sounds. Yeah, VATSIM have done something to VPilot with the way that the sounds are in VPilot, because it's just insanely loud all of a sudden, and I don't know why. Let me turn it to 50.
71 Alpha Golf, ready for taxi?
Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, taxi.
Even that doesn't sound like it's made much difference.
Holding point Whiskey 1, runway 20 right.
PC Aviation, you need to download the Horizon Simulations
Whiskey 1, hold short, 20 right, Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
livery pack. Have we got anything in the centre tanks? No, we don't. Let's turn those off. Silly me. Okay, so we'll start both engines at the same time. So engine right, fuel control lever to run, and engine left, fuel control lever to run. Because this, I don't always do it this way, but I think it's pretty good. Oh look, DirectX 12 weirdness going on here.
Ground, Singapore 8034, ready for push and start.
Morgan Thomas, hello buddy, welcome.
Singapore 8034, stand by, do traffic.
Rusty, I think that's coming soon. What time, Doc, did we say that we wanted to set our departure time for sunset as we arrive at Bangkok? Do you remember?
654, good evening, radio check.
Vietnam 654 Singapore ground, good evening.
By the way, all these custom views are available on flightsim.to. I uploaded them into a specific pack for this if you did want it.
Singapore ground, Vietnam 654, request advert clearance to Tân Nhất. Information.
Let's get them flaps out.
Information alpha on board.
I think that's flaps 5.
Vietnam 654, I do not see your flight plan here, so you might want to check whether it's the properly.
She's brave. Control surface checks.
Roger,
Fully left.
Vietnam 654.
And release. Fully right. And release.
Ready for pushback.
All the way back
Standby.
on the elevators. Back to neutral. All the way forwards. Back to neutral.
Have a good flight.
Scoot, scoot. Let's do the rudders. I do these a few times because MSFS always buggers up the sensitivities. So I find if I do this 3 or 4 times to the rudder, I get a nice smooth rudder movement. Flaps 5 and green. Rudder trim is set neutral, and stab trim now needs set to 3.5. Let's set that.
Heavy, pushback approved to face south, QNH 1009.
Pushback approved facing south, QNH 1009, Siam Flight BKK.
Unlocking gear.
What's mad is this is faster to start up and get prepped for taxi than the is it the CFM or the IAE A320s? I can't remember which one it is, or is it the A220s? One of them needs like significant warm-up time for the engines and have a slow start-up sequence.
Left is clear, right is clear.
No idea about taxi charts. I wonder if this has got geo-referenced. Taxi. Oh yeah, baby.
Changi ground, Vietnam 650.
That's what we're going to navigate with. Okay, we're going to do a quick recall. We've only got TCAS. Car brake set, doors automatic, seatbelts on, APU running. Auto brake RTO.
Vietnam 650.
APU off. That's all set and on. Engine anti-ice automatic. Packs are on automatic. Fuel pump set is required. Taxi lights on. Taxi clearance obtained. That's good as 616. Request taxi.
Let's go to 616 taxi, Papa 7, Quebec, Tango, hold short of Juliet.
Taxi Papa Tango Quebec hold short Juliet. Good as 616.
And let's go to 616 squat mode Charlie.
Okay.
Singapore 155, requesting push and start.
Singapore 155, pushback approved face north on Quebec 2, QNH 1009.
QNH 1009, pushback.
This is Papa as well.
Facing, was it facing north?
We'll take Papa 4.
Singapore 155 A-phone.
Facing north, Quebec 2.
Otherwise we're going to end up schooling down the remote apron there.
Singapore 155.
Doc says depart before 1700.
Scooter 609, standby due
Oh,
traffic.
perfect. Yes, DirectX 12.
616, you've made a wrong turn, reclear taxi, Papa 5, left on Tango, hold short of Juliet.
Papa 5 left Tango, hold short Juliet, Scooter 616. I didn't hear him say a number after Papa.
608, pushback approved face north, QNH 1009.
Did he? Did he say Papa 7 or something?
1009, Scooter 608.
Singapore 8034, ready to go.
Singapore 8034, standby.
Let's see. Following the turn, unfortunately no Luke Air tool announcements for this.
1009, be advised, Scooter Boeing 787 pushing back behind you.
Copy, we'll take note of the Scooter 787.
Oh right, that's what I did, Doc, was it?
Facing on QNH 1009.
Literally turned right on Papa straight out to Tango. Oh well, I have no idea. He said Papa Tango, so I figured, because it said Papa 6, Papa 5, sorry, then Papa 4 and onwards. I thought it would be okay. Naughty Luke. First screen grab of the day. Go back on that nose line. Let's go to traffic mode on. That's all checked and set.
Singapore 749, Singapore ground, good evening. Taxi Whiskey Victor 4, November 2, B508. Good evening. Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, contact Singapore Tower 118.6, subject flight.
Tower 118.6, Osprey 71 Alpha Golf.
Afternoon, Aaron. Big old nose wheel. You see the little oleos there?
Ground, Vietnam 650 with information Alpha request. I have a clearance to Tanzania.
See them wiggling a little bit? Pretty cool.
Vietnam Airlines 650.
We'll keep going all the way up here.
I do not see your flight plan here, so if you check out your found it properly.
I am sorry, I cannot hear you well. Can you please input message, please?
Vietnam Airlines 650, US. Yeah, I don't see your flight plan on
we want
my
heading
list,
select
so you might
mode.
want to refile again.
VNav. Auto thrust.
Roger.
But to be fair, we probably go LNAV, VNav, auto thrust. And that magenta line should extend along the runway centre line.
Scooter 608, ready for
Hey look, there's another issue with the taxiway in the scenery here.
Scooter
This
608,
doesn't line
taxi
up.
Papa 8, Papa 5, left on Tango for short of Quebec.
Crikey doc, that's massive.
Taxi Papa 5, Tango.
All this construction here, building a new terminal.
Scooter 608, sorry, my bad. It's taxi Papa 6, Papa 5, Tango, short of Quebec.
There should be an orange hog line here,
Papa 6, Papa 5,
and that's
Tango,
missing.
Hotel Quebec, Scooter 608.
This taxiway looks awfully close.
No worries, that was on me.
Bit weird shape, isn't it?
Ready for taxi.
Singapore 720, taxi Romeo 6, Romeo 4, hold short of Romeo, correction, hold short of Papa 5.
Romeo 6, Romeo 4, hold short Papa 5, Singapore 720.
And Scooter 616, taxi Tango, Kilo, Bravo, hold short Bravo 1.
Taxi Tango Kilo Bravo, hold short Bravo 1, Scooter 616. So second right. Almost lost me pen.
Changi ground, Vietnam 650 request. I have a clearance to Tanzania International Airport with information Alpha.
Vietnam Airlines 650, Singapore ground, I see a flight plan now, standby ATC clearance, number 1.
Kilo all the way down to Bravo. Okay. Well, if I get lost now, I will be incredibly surprised at myself. And disappointed.
Singapore ground, Singapore.
Round we go.
8034, ready to get ready for taxi.
Scoot, scoot.
Singapore 8034, taxi Papa 7, Quebec, Whiskey, holding point Whiskey 1
First time ever on the channel using 20 left. I'm very excited.
Papa 7, Quebec, Whiskey 1, holding 20 right. Singapore 8034.
A318's not an aeroplane I'm that bothered about, to be honest, aviation nerd. It's a bit of a crap aircraft in real life, isn't it? So it's not one that I don't think you're going to see me flying at any time soon.
Pushback approved to face north, KNH
Oh, look at that.
Pushback approved face.
That's quite a cool view. Really fab. Reza says I want a 4090. It does change this massively, but I have got a 4K screen as well, so in that sense I'm blessed. I'm able to run the sim in 4K as well. Hello to Fan as well. Van Nat Hoi, welcome to you. He's flying Vietnam Airlines. He's just pinged me to say hello. Very kind. I just figured we were on WSS.
Spitter 608, give me the wrong turn, continue to taxi on Papa 1, Quebec, Whiskey, holding point Whiskey 1, runway 20 right.
My bad, continue Papa 1, could you repeat that for 608?
Spitter 608, no worries, taxi, now taxi
Quite like
left
hello to you,
on
yes,
Tango,
there you are.
left
Welcome.
on Quebec,
Nice to see you tuning in, I hope you're well.
Whiskey 1,
Where are you
runway
flying to
20
today?
right.
Left on Tango, left on Quebec, Whiskey 1, 20 right.
To re-angle that a little bit and set our view. Should be about right for us now. So second.
Spitter 61660, Bravo 1, holding point Alpha 1, runway 20 left.
Bravo 1 Alpha 1 20 left to hold Scooter 616.
Singapore ground, good evening, Square 466, radio check.
Scooter 466 Singapore ground, good evening, radio strength 5.
Radio strength 5.
Singapore 720, continue taxi in Tango.
A little bit of brakes because this is quite a tight one, isn't it? So we need to scrap the speed right off. Let the nose wheel come across over the yellow line a bit, almost right out to the curb edge of the taxiway. Keep our main wheels
Scooter 609 taxi.
nicely
Quebec
positioned
1,
either side of the yellow
left on
line.
Quebec, Whiskey, holding point Whiskey 1, runway 20 right.
Relay, hello to you, using the Horizon Simulations mod.
Square 609, taxi Quebec 1 left.
You as well, Lufthansa 639, hello to you, welcome.
Whiskey 1, runway 20 right.
Getting all sorts of bings now from people. Fantastic, very fun. Bravo 1 Alpha 1, so that's coming up. We've got our charts ready. It's basically next left, and we can see.
8034, contact Singapore Tower 118.6, good flight.
118.6 is for the ATC, Singapore 8034.
Singapore ground, Square 466,
Heck was that chime?
11, request aircraft clearance to Kuala Lumpur with information Alpha.
Scooter 466 Singapore ground, good evening, standby TCKS number 2.
Hey, so welcome to you as well. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. Welcome on board.
Scooter 616, contact Singapore Tower 118.6, good flight.
Tower 118.6, Scooter 616. Thanks for the ATC. Have a good day.
You too.
Not yet aviation 219. Our next frequency is Singapore radar 1237. I'm going to pop that in. Transponder's already on TARA. We've got LNAV, VNAV, auto thrust.
1237, good night.
Singapore Tower, hello, Scooter 616 heavy, Alpha 1 ready for departure, 20 left.
Scooter 616 Singapore Tower, good evening, and runway 20 left.
Line up 20 left, Scooter 616. Yeah, direct exit 12 as
616, expect only delay due departure onto the right.
can't hear this guy now.
Singapore Tower, good evening. Scooter 609, currently taxiing Whiskey and holding point Whiskey 1, runway 20 right.
Scooter 609, Singapore Tower, good evening, and runway 20 right.
Runway 20 right, Scooter 609.
Windsock looks like it's in the wrong place. It's a bit of a sloppy scenery design actually. The more you notice little things, it's just plop a windsock there, mirror the ground textures on the apron there. That's annoying. I don't use the checklists on here. Auto throttles armed. Full brake RTO, flaps 5 set, that's all good, that's all set. Signs, lights.
Scoot 616, the 15 is not variable, runway 20 right, clear for takeoff.
Yeah, is that clear takeoff Scooter 616, 20 left?
Scoot 616, my apologies, runway 20 left, clear for takeoff, so 15 is not variable.
Runway 20 left, clear takeoff, Scooter 616. Okay, so I'm holding it on the brakes.
I repeat, hold position.
Was that us? Holding on the brakes. No, you don't.
Scoot 616, surface wind slight variable, runway 20 left, clear for takeoff.
20 left, clear for takeoff, Scooter 616. Let's go before he changes his mind again. Okay, auto thrust. Toga. Buggered the modes there a little bit, so just resetting those as we go. V1. Rotate. Clear the checklist incomplete.
Singapore Tower, hello.
Positive rate.
608,
You're
holding
up.
whiskey 1, ready for departure.
Wow, just climbing quick.
Scoot 608, hold short, runway 20 right.
Hold short 20 right, Scooter 608.
Up we go.
Scoot 616, contact Singapore radar 123.7 and good luck with the rest of the stream.
Thanks very much. Contact radar 1237, Singapore 616. Good night.
Osprey 459, contact number radar 132.8. Good night.
132.8 for Osprey 459. Thanks for the agency. Have a nice evening.
Thank you, sir.
Singapore radar, hello, Scooter 616 heavies, 3,000 feet, Changi 1 Delta.
Just want to confirm.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Two stations at 1 Singapore 8034, Victor Mike Romeo.
Every time.
Roger, Victor Mike Romeo. Sorry, for some reason it's not there. It's all solved.
Singapore radar, hello, Scooter 616 heavies, 3,000, Changi 1 Delta.
Scooter 616, Singapore radar, hello, identify climb flight level 280.
Climb flight level 280, Scooter 616.
And Scooter 616, just be advised, the Changi 1 Delta departure is a runway heading departure from 20 left, should be published on the chart.
Roger, I've misread the next section on the charts then with route waypoints.
Scooter 616, roger for now, proceed direct Victor Mike Romeo.
We'll go direct Victor Mike Romeo, Scooter 616. Whoops. Flaps up. Checklist incomplete. They need to put into here a way to disable the checklists, because that's starting to do my nut in. It's incredibly distracting. I don't want it there. I don't use the checklists inside the screen, so we should be able to get rid of it. Right, anyway, airborne.
So get 371, descend to 4,000 feet. Descend to 4,000 feet.
Yeah, that's a bit annoying because the charts
Passing 1,000.
To be fair, that's where I've not read that bit, which is where I've made the mistake. I've got hung up with looking at the rest of the charts, and then looking at this planned ATS routes, Bravo 469 Acoma direct Mersing VOR. So I thought initially we get to acceleration altitude and begin the turn.
Correction, Scoot 609.
Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, contact number radar 132.8, have a nice day.
So that's my mistake
Radar
there.
132.8, Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, thanks to ATC.
Taser,
Cheers.
good question.
Singapore 8034,
No
contact
idea.
number radar 132.8.
I think you need to have it all in.
10.8,
I think you need to have it all in
confirm,
the sim
frequency?
settings. So you have to change units to hybrid.
132.8.
132.8, thanks for the ATC, have a good night.
Thank you.
Oh well, thankfully the ATC are very kind and they aren't overly critical of us for that little cock up. Charts can be incredibly confusing sometimes, can't they? Almost needs a prompt from the controllers, actually, doesn't it, to say after departure maintain runway heading runway 20 left, clear for takeoff, or something like that, just so that people don't do what I've done, because I bet everybody does. I bet loads of people do. Cavo, yeah, so it will be in the sim settings.
609er, turn left, head, correction, left turn, direct Acoma.
That's set.
Left turn direct Acoma, Scoot 609.
Singapore radar, Kappa 117, traffic.
That's where I was going, direct Tacoma.
Okay, 5117, traffic is passing 1,000 feet below, no factor.
Copy, Kappa 17.
Singapore Center Island, Scoot 648 with you 3,500.
Yeah, Taser, you have to go into the. If I press escape now, go into the menu,
608,
go
Singapore
into
radar,
general
BMI,
settings,
similar
and you need to
sound
find
frequency, Scooter
one of the
609.
options about the hybrid
Roger, Scoot
units.
608.
Scooter 608, you're identifying, climb now flight level 280.
Climb now 280, Scoot 608.
Snowstorms, yeah, interesting. There we go. I think that's kind of what I was expecting, but then I've missed the big clue there. I've got too locked in looking at all of this, and because of that, I've missed that big box there. Will give me a big old clue for runway heading. So it's all my error there. Climbing so fast. Old dirty t-shirt. It is, but don't forget we're incredibly light today. In reality, for a 787-9, we've only got 12,000 kilograms of fuel on board. There you go, 14.6 tons of fuel, and we're only a gross weight of 154.3, so we're incredibly light in comparison to what this aircraft can do. So we had this big D-rated takeoff and only flat 5. Look how quick we took off, just because we're so light. Oh no, Flying Panda. I'll have to.
608, turn left direct Mersing, Victor Mike.
I'll have to have a gin and tonic later to punish myself.
Turn left, direct Victor Michael.
Hey, yeah, they're both great.
608.
Let's get the seatbelt signs off, shall we? Let the cattle move about in the back of the truck. Now, those of you who like to fly for Osprey Airways, by the way, I have set 2 new achievements in the virtual airline, and they are proper achievements with a technical element to them as well. So it's a real test of skill and ability, and careful, precise flight planning and performance calculations, especially on takeoff. And I've generated scheduled service, Osprey 8 from London Heathrow to Perth in the Boeing 787-9, specifically only that aircraft, the one we're in today, and Osprey 9, which is Perth to Heathrow, and each of them, if you complete each one, it's their own separate achievement. So Heathrow to Perth, 16 hours of flying, Perth to Heathrow, 17 and a half hours. Oh. One of the world's longest flights now part of the Osprey Airways schedule system. And we've actually got the Flying Panda in the chat. He's potentially going to be the first pilot.
Contact Lumber Radar 132.879 evening.
Lumber Radar 1328, sorry about the stuff up on departure there, Scooter 616 Heavy, good night.
No problem, I'm sure the virtual photographers are having a great day.
Yeah. And the virtual CAA. 1328. How embarrassing. I can't believe I made that mistake. I pride myself on being accurate and professional as much as I possibly can.
Bridges 2614 local radar identified, climb unrestricted
well.
330.
Happens to all of us at some point, doesn't it? Like somebody else said, the aviator had said, I think, didn't he? Mersing, then inbound. Lumber Radar, good evening, Scooter 616 Heavies through flight level 250 for 280, 20 track miles south of Mersing.
Scooter 616 local radar, good evening, climb flight level 340.
Climb flight level 340, Scooter 616, hello. Still going, Flying Panda, only 3,500 miles to go. You're making good progress, to be fair. Doc says normally they turn left after departing 20 left, but for once I got them fly straight for a moment and turn right in real life. That's pretty cool. So basically I've just generated a million noise complaints at for Changi Airport with the residents.
Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, stay rock number.
The silly thing is, David,
Mac decimal 77.
I don't mess up the Vancouver departure because and in America as well, because I know I have to fly runway heading, so I do. Yet for some reason today, I've not done that. Don't ask me why. I don't know.
71 Alpha Golf, able expedite flight.
Boeing 737-800.
Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, are you able expedite climb?
Negative.
Is that what we've got there? Is that David behind? Gobble gobble. Oh, no, that's Zato. And we've got David after. I'm coming for you. Oh, that's not so bad then, Lucas. I'm with Lumber Radar now.
Lower altitude if needed.
Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, common requesting lower altitude.
Roger, we can go flight level 340 or 320 if that helps you.
Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, if you would like to cruise at 360, that's fine.
We'll cruise at 320, Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
Let's have a look at Volanta and get some poppy tunes back on.
Kuala Lumpur radar, hello, Scooter 608 with you 247, climbing 280.
What do we got? So,
608, Lumpur radar, climb.
Oh, it's a very neat turn on departure, isn't it?
Climb 320, Scooter
That
608.
is beautifully neat. But really, it should have been, yeah, left turn over the bay and then round and up. So, naughty me. We are currently over Mersing now, there we are. We've got Zato in front, Singapore. 8034 on... Ah, there we go.
340, Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
Is that in the 787-9 or is it? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Singapore do this route in real life as well as Scoot. They do it in a 787-10. Loads of operators do it in various aircraft as well, from A320s all the way up to the big 787s. Badger up there, Scooter 919 right up front. We've got Mikhail, Osprey 459er. Loads of screenshots there, looking great. Oh, he's got Zato taken off there as well. Did I press the... Yeah, I did. Crikey, cruise already. Connect.
Lumber good evening.
I hope it starts to level off.
Heavy climbing, but 280.
My god.
4720 Lumber radar.
Is there a G meter?
Evening.
climb flight level 300.
No, there is.
Climb flight level 300.
Oh well, it's done that fairly nicely to be fair. Let's go to Mach 8180. Mach 80, Mach 82. Yeah, Mach 82, why not? Until we get told otherwise. Great screenshots from Mikkel. Flying at night as well, love it. What have we got here? We've got Dutch CPT as well, all the way up here in the 787-9. And we've got David here somewhere as well, haven't we? Ah, there he is. Osprey 71 Alpha Golf. Awesome screenshot. Blended wings in the 7.3 as well. Got a heck of a lot of people flying along today. Scooter 609er, A320neo. He's just got airborne. No screenshots. Scooter 608 Varku as well, who's in the live chat today. He's flying along too. With a couple of screen grabs as well. Look at that. The 787 flight deck environment does look pretty neat, doesn't it? Singapore 720 in the 787-10. Copying the real world stuff there. Look at that fiery sunset. That's amazing. Have we got anyone still departing? David as well. Scooter 169 down here. Flying in the Dreamliner 2. David as well, VTBS. There we go, David, Osprey 490. No screenshots. And we've got Delta Tango as well. Apparently in a Spirit A320neo. I think that's everybody. Yeah. A lot of people flying along, fantastic. Roughly the amount of flights that actually take place to this route as well, in the space of about 2 hours, so it's an insanely busy route. Jathan, nice one, Scooter 609 as well, good stuff. Make sure our little heading bug there is aligned with our track. We got a little wing view there. And we settle in.
Singapore 720, turn right at 8055.
About 2 hours the flight today.
Right, heading 055, Singapore 720.
That's a good one as well, June. Actually, Kuala Lumpur to Singapore, incredibly busy. That's always a really good VATSIM event, actually, when you guys. The VATSIM Southeast Asia, isn't it? I think the group. Off the top of my head, might have to got that wrong. I can't remember.
720, continue climb flight level 400.
That's always a really good event. Koh Samui is great to fly into here as well, in this region. Beautiful bit of freeware scenery from MKVY, the chap who makes the freeware Gatwick. Zarta, I wouldn't worry about it, to be honest. Now, Aaron says, I really wish he got Premium Deluxe way back when he bought Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's kind of come into its own now, hasn't it? It's come into its own with what do you call it? The different packages and the variety that we can now have thanks to the Dreamliner and the various add-ons like Kuro 787-8 and then now this as well, the 787-9. So it's kind of moved into its own category of package finally, where it never really offered anything before. Chris says he was looking at what he thought was a single contrail the other day when it split into three, and I thought for a second the plane had exploded. It turns out it was some BAE Hawks in formation. That's pretty cool. Varco, that's not good. Control E, if in doubt. Don't forget like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you haven't given us a little thumbs up so far and you enjoy these kinds of routes, then let us know.
Go ahead for Osprey 455.
And request flight level 380.
I have to open my volume mix up again because I can't.
3459.
They've done something to the way V-Pilot renders the sound now. I can't hear this controller, but the other controller was insanely loud. I suppose we can't solve that, can we? It's dependent on each controller's own microphone settings.
371 Alpha Golf, reduce speed, mark decimal
That's
75.
a bit better.
Reduce speed, decimal 75, Oscar 7 Alpha Golf.
Clipper, so both packages on their own, as they are from Latin VFR, are pretty poor. They're not really very good at all, to be honest. Horizon Simulations, though, they're not the same company as Latin VFR. Horizon Simulations are a freeware group of people that are modding the Latin VFR products voluntarily at their own time to kind of try and enhance them for those of us who are using them on PC. And what they do is they incorporate a lot of the fly-by-wire A32NX systems, put those into the A321 and the A319 Latin VFR add-ons. Apple Stupid is in the Horizon livery pack, I think. Or if I... Maybe it's on flightsim.to. Let me check. I'll just bring up flightsim.to as well. Liveries... Horizon 789...
Singapore 105, contact
Scoot.
Singapore radar 123.75.
Singapore radar 123.7, Singapore 105, ciao.
No, nothing came up in search. Let me go through the entire catalogue here, page by page. The Qantas Yam Dreaming livery is on there, which is absolutely beautiful. Painstaking work getting those dots put in there. Right, yes, you have to go into here and you have on flightsim.to download the Horizon Simulations paint pack. It's a specific pack from Horizon Simulations themselves. Zartos says can't wait for the end of the year for him to do Project Sunrise, this time in Microsoft Flight Simulator with the proper aircraft. Why are you waiting for the end of the year? What's happening then? There's about 35 or so liveries in the main Horizon Simulations livery pack, including this one. They've got the ANA R2D2 livery, the TUI Airways one, I think there's British Airways, American Airlines, there's like a basic Qantas livery as well. There's quite a good variety and a mixture between the General Electric engine option, the airlines that use those, and the Rolls Royce Trents. And we've got our very own Osprey Airways livery for this as well, for those of you who want to do the Heathrow Perth Heathrow on New Sky. But even more so, there is a Osprey Holidays livery, an Osprey Holidays livery coming very soon for the 787-9. Somebody was requesting it the other day on flightsim.to, and our good friend Demo Designs is back and painting it for us. Barku, don't forget about sequencing into Bangkok. We've got to make sure that we give ourselves enough separation there as well.
Scoot 606, leading by base monitor Unicom 122 decimate, goodbye.
Over Unicom 122 decimate, have a nice evening, goodbye.
Exciting day for me tomorrow. I start my motorcycle course. My direct access, day 1. Road skills test on the really crappy Lexmoto 125s. That's the bit I'm not looking forward to, because it's a really horrible thing to ride. It doesn't feel safe at all. But I have to do that day, skills test, to see where I'm at, and it gives the instructor an opportunity to kind of work out what he needs to help with the most, to try and angle his training for me to pass the direct access. And then next week I'll have my Mod 1 prep, which is riding around all the cones, doing figure of 8s, U-turns, emergency stops, that sort of thing, in a controlled box environment around cones. Week after that, providing I'm okay with it, I turn back up at the riding school, and then we go across to test centre, and I do it proper, in front of a proper assessor, in order to pass my Mod 1, which is halfway through my direct access basically. But I've got to be at the right standard for it, for them to put me forward for it, and I'm hoping the weather's going to be okay as well, because otherwise it would be made a little bit more tricky for me. Yeah, Heathrow Perth, that is a lot. It's about 16 hours, Badger, and 17 to 17 and a half hours for Perth to Heathrow, which I didn't realise it was that long. It's a hell of a long time to be on a plane, isn't it? At the minute, on New Sky, we've got one pilot, Flying Panda, who's actually doing it as we speak. And he's flying the long one, Perth to Heathrow. 18 hours 20 for estimated duration flight time for him with winds. That's so long. Jeez. But then he'll be the first pilot to complete it with Osprey Airways. And then he'll get that achievement as well unlocked within the VA. Very exciting. I'd be interested to see what it ends up as with
Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, receive number.
With the final kind of profit score as well.
Assume normal speed, Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
Yeah, perfect for winter, Flying Panda. How are we doing here? Let's see. Good. He is over Oman right now. In fact, we might be able to spot him on Volanta if he's tracking his flight. There he is. Oh. Oh, he's got screenshots as well. Fantastic. Oh, legend, he's doing it in this as well. Oh, that would be a TCAS. In the Osprey livery, love it. It's a scheduled service as well, folks, don't forget. So if you want to maximise the profit as much as possible, Osprey 8 and Osprey 9 are the flight numbers that you want to search for. So you can do it in free flight if you want, or you can do it with the scheduled service, but obviously the aircraft has to be in the right location. So currently it's at Heathrow. It would need to, that would be then unlock the Heathrow to Perth sector, but not the Perth to Heathrow sector. So Flying Panda in this instance is doing Perth to Heathrow as a free flight because there wasn't an aircraft specifically at Perth waiting. But this is his routing. Look, so outbound from Perth on runway 21, and then heading westbound over the coast past Cotslow. At Keels, he's headed up to Merib, and then a lot of oceanic, crossing over Colombo, then tickling the south of India before heading over the Arabian Sea. Currently now, as we've seen, he is over Oman. In fact, he's followed by pilot Millsy flying Qantas 5 in the 789 as well. Oh, and he's in the Yam Dreaming livery. Stunning. Let's give him a like as well. And there's another one behind him. Qantas 5. Oh, that's also the same guy. Cool. So he's making some good progress. He's about halfway, isn't he, really? And his routing is going to take us over Dubai, over the north of Qatar and Bahrain, and then vectoring south of Jordan, over Cairo, passing just south of the Suez Canal there, look, over the Mediterranean, passing Greece, a little bit of Italy. Hold on, that's the wrong call sign. There we go, that's a bit better. Yeah, so halfway, and he's going to Rome Fiumicino. Boo! Not the same. Abu Dhabi. Oh, there we go, yeah, so north of Bahrain and Qatar, but then heading over Kuwait, over Iraq, all the way across Iraq in fact, and then he's zipping across Turkey, passing just to the edge of the Black Sea, over Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary, Eastern Europe, and then crossing it over Brussels, over the Channel into London. It's a huge journey. 15,000 Great Circle kilometres being covered on that. An absolute marathon. And that's the 17.5 hour route living on a player. What time Zulu did you take off then, Flying Panda? And also, are you doing some of it on VATSIM, or are you doing it mostly offline?
Operator mission 1137.
Mission 1137, standby, repeat, Malaysian 2614, contact Singapore radar 123.7.
Cool, feels good.
132.7, good day. Malaysia 2614.
Malaysia 2614 negative, frequency 123.7.
Yeah, that's a crazy price, Aaron, isn't it, really?
Frequency is 123.7, good day.
Well, that's really early, Flying Panda. Crikey. So actually, if you take off at, say, 9 PM at night, and you leave it running all the way through, you'll be landing around 4 PM UK time. Dougal, hello buddy, hope you're well.
Malaysia 1137, operator, pass the message.
Clipper says ultra long haul flights like this should be exempt from the no time compression rule. Good from him, but that's wild. I kind of get the point, but at the same time, it then defeats the object of doing it, I suppose, doesn't it? Because you're not completing the marathon 16.5 or 17 or so hour flight if you compress it and only do it in 6 hours. But you can now compress the time in New Sky Clipper. However, they have like a calculation I don't really know how it works properly, but they have a calculation that then works out your sim time compression against the time saved and the time that you were meant to have flown, and then it gives you a score based on all of that, if that makes sense.
Malaysia 1137, cleared available.
Perfect, Flying Panda.
Right.
Malaysia 1137, clear to Lumpur via Boeing.
Gadget FPV, welcome buddy. How have you been?
After departure, climb level 250, squawk 5453.
Commentator says really enjoyed his first across the pond in JFK to Brussels in a Virgin Atlantic 787-9. JFK ATC was great, got me out about 10 minutes after my slot.
Readback is correct.
That's really good for the time. The rest was smooth sailing, good to hear. Dougal, Gadget, what have you guys been up to? Hope you've been well.
Malaysia 1137, pushing start approved facing south, QNH 1010.
Push approved face south.
Captain Loki says hello.
1137.
Singapore radar, Scoot 466, good evening, flight level 240, 70
A little bit of
miles
high level
from
cirrus
Bangkok.
cloud here that we're kind of brushing
Scoot
through.
466, Singapore radar, good evening, cleared Gupta 3 Juliet arrival, expect ILS runway 23.
For the Gupta
Nice, double
3
busy then,
Juliet
Gadget.
arrival,
Double
expect
busy.
ILS 33.
There's always a lot of work that goes on in the background behind behind streams and everything else.
Expect ILS runway 33, Scoot 466.
A lot of work goes into it. Delta Tango's airborne. David's taxiing as well. Might take a minute or two for you to appear, Jathan, at Scooter 609. Mikhail says very nice, the new universal flight tablet from PNDG. How have you all been finding it? I know there's a bit of a weird kind of behaviour that people are observing at the minute with the Google Maps zooming. Not sure if it is a bug that's causing a crash or not. I would need to kind of do more testing myself really to work out what happened on our stream 2 days ago, but
Osprey 459 leaving aerospace.
I was in it yesterday recording the tutorial on the tablet. It went live yesterday evening on the channel, and I sat there for about 10 minutes zooming intensely in and out on Google Maps, and it didn't break, it didn't crash the desktop, so I don't know if maybe it's specific to certain events where it's loading certain bits of data, perhaps in flight and moving instead of being stationary at a stand. I'm not sure, but there's no issue with the Navigraph side of it, and that's the bit that I'll be using regularly, so I'm quite confident it won't happen again if that is the case, that there is a problem there. Specifically in relation to mine, I had that encoder thing pop up all over Streamlabs, and it crashed the stream and it froze Windows completely for about 20 seconds, 15 seconds I think. So I'm not really sure what caused our crash to desktop the other day, to be fair.
Weekend 421 operator identified, climb unrestricted flight level 340.
Said, in what circumstances? Is it a specific time after you've been flying it, or what?
Mission 1137, request taxi.
Mission 1137.
Good spot,
taxi
Gadget.
Kilo, Echo
I've changed
Alpha,
that. Thanks for letting me know.
Kilo, Echo
I
Alpha,
was incredibly rushed getting it all sorted out, so a BKG Blueface said he had crashed a desktop on across the pond with the exact same thing but without the EFB. To be fair, Carlito had a crashed a desktop on across the pond as well with similar circumstances.
Unicom 122,
So who knows?
8. Thank you very much.
It could be so many
ATC,
things.
someone I forgot.
It might just be coincidental that it's triggered around the same sort of thing anyway. So, who knows? I'm sure PMDG will be looking to replicate it and identify if it's a problem or not, and they will let us know. We'll be guided by them, because it's pointless kind of speculating on what the bug might be. I certainly would never be able to work it out. I don't have the skill set for that, really. Dougal says after such a long wait and all the hype, to be honest, he finds it a little underwhelming, but appreciates he's in the minority. I think it depends on what you expected from it, really. I didn't expect anything more than a tablet device system, whatever you want to call it, that was functional, had a couple of things like performance calculators on it that did everything that it needed to do without taking over the flight. If that makes sense. So there are people in the community that like to do everything in the EFB, as in almost control the aircraft, all of the settings, all of the route import, all of the loading, all of the pushback, everything through an EFB. I'm not that kind of person. That's not my thing. So I'm not that bothered. Christopher, hello to you. Bangkok indeed. Delta Tango completely forgot this morning you didn't currently have the headwind A330neo installed. Whoops. Gadget remembers when we were breaking 1,000 subscribers and now we're over 30. It feels like a long time ago though, right? It's about 3 years ago now. So about 10,000 subscribers per year.
Scooter 466, when ready, descend 3,000 feet, propel QNH 1010.
Descend to 3,000 feet when ready, QNH 1010, Scoot 466.
They do have an option to disable it, Gadget. It's in my tutorial. It's in the MCDU. Equipment options, page 16 of 17. Andy says he had multiple crash to desktops in the Cross the Pond event. He was in the headwind A330. I wonder if it's a combination of VATSIM and Volanta due to the server load. I rarely normally get any crash to desktop. Yeah, that's a good point. It could be that as well.
22.8 for ATC Singapore 8034.
Yeah, there's so many combinations of things it could be, which is why I'm very hesitant to pin it down to one thing. But it's not a crash I've had before with the encoder failure on the stream as well, because it bricked Streamlabs, which means I had to restart the stream and stuff within my software here. Good morning, Zach. Hello to you.
Request direct due to weather.
Andy, one thing to bear in mind with the headwind A330 is you've got to make sure that your fly-by-wire sim bridge is up to date all the time. If it's not, then they've said themselves that you could end up having crashed desktops, and it's all linked to whether or not sim bridge is out of date, apparently. So I don't know if that might have been the case for yourself as well. Who knows? Hopefully that might help. If it was, that's great, because then it might solve your problem. If not, then who knows? I'm sorry if that's the case, because I don't know. I mean, what was good for us when we had that crash to desktop the other day was we had the ability to, using our New Sky virtual airline client, we had the ability to restart the flight, which is a feature I'd not used before, and really good, because it saved the stream, really, didn't it? It teleported us back to exactly the bit of airspace that we were in before we crashed, and then we continued on our merry way to Palm Springs, which I was so impressed with. And I will be looking to do a tutorial on how that works properly over the next couple of weeks. Yeah, it's a rarity, isn't it, Mike? Good morning. Thankfully it's a rarity anyway. Panasco, is there any sound pack for the Trent 1000s? Yes, FT Sim Plus. I am, Doc, thank you. Might as well pre-tune it now. Be right back. I think my dog's doing something naughty downstairs because I can hear the missus shouting at him through the Ring camera, which is not good timing.
Scoot 616 leading by airspace, policy com 122 test space flight.
Monitor Unicom 1228, Scooter 616. Literally as I run halfway down the stairs. Right, be right back, I just need to go and check on him quick, I don't know what he's doing.
Mission 137 airborne passing 2600.
Mission 1137 identified, continue climb flight level 250.
Climb flight level 250, mission 1137.
Scoot 466 continue descend 2,500 feet.
Descend 2,500 feet, Scoot 466.
Right, problem solved. He was chewing his paw, which is a weird habit that he's got. But a little while ago it got quite sore, so every time we do that, we've got to make sure he stops doing that. Michael, thanks for the ongoing support, buddy. Been with us for 8 months now. Where are we at here? That's all looking good still. Just make sure we're back. You can tell I've been running. Yes, I am, Panasco, yeah. So with General Electric sounds, we've just got the normal sounds, if that makes sense. So we don't, I haven't used any FT Sim sound pack for the General Electric hook bits for the Horizon Simulations mod because they've got their own custom sounds which are stunning, really good. Bit of work from them. But yeah, the FT Sim Plus sounds, we've installed those for the Rolls Royce Trent variant. Over the Gulf of Thailand now, folks. Making some good progress. It could be that Zach. We have investigated that. He's on a very special diet with fairly expensive ready food as well. Some of the best that you can get. None of this pedigree stuff or anything like that, which is actually like McDonald's for your dogs every day. We don't give him anything like that. We give him this food called Canagan and like a nature, like a raw kind of diet as well. Sometimes there's a bit of a mix. I haven't Dougal, to be fair. Saying he's never used Volanta itself. We're considering doing any tutorials for it. Personally, no. it's quite intuitive to use, to be fair. They've just had a massive UI update, so if we dive into this and have a little look again, it looks very different to how it did last week, in fairness. But what they've done is they've just simply moved everything around. So on the map on the left, that's what we're on at the moment, we can look at all of our flights previously, all of the aircraft in our hangar. As we add them all in, sometimes we have to go into them and change the airline to make sure the airline is correct, for example. Otherwise it doesn't match up properly. And as you're moving around on Volanta and completing flights, you're ticking off various challenges like how many countries you visit and all that sort of thing too. I guess the good thing with this in a way is the fact that it's generating orbs, the Orbex orbs, which means you can redeem things for free using the points. And you can also toggle all of this on and off as well, so you can look at just VATSIM only traffic, tick Volanta as well in blue, and you can highlight or turn off VATSIM ATC coverage if you so wish, and it toggles it off and on, along with the FIR boundaries. So I leave those on because they're actually incredibly helpful to use for the flying that we do. And you can add other filters as well. The overlay wise, we can have 3D mode, day or night line. Shows us where, there it is, where the sunset between day and night around the world. I don't bother with that. United States flying, you can turn the sectional charts on for VFR stuff, and you can toggle those as required as well. And you can also bring your OFP in here too, so you've got your entire operational flight plan input into Volanta, nice and easy to access via that. It's a big one screen kind of do everything setup, and this bit here is the browser that's integrated inside Volanta, which is quite smart. That's basically it. Commentator's been using that countries tab, he says there, to fly to new places and tick them off as he goes. It's a good way to do that, isn't it, to be fair. You can always pick a country as well and then reference that against the schedules tab, so you can pick the real ones. Matthew says, how do you properly install wing cameras in the 787 folder? He's had problems when he went to install and replace the camera folder config. So it depends how you're doing it. If you go to flightsim.to and you look for my custom view pack for this, the 787-9, what you need to do is follow the instructions really specifically, down to the letter. Otherwise you'll go wrong. Some doofus decided to give me a 1-star review because they were too incompetent to follow the text file properly, and they actually overwrote the main camera file, which wiped all of his cockpit settings and everything and messed the camera up so bad that he had to uninstall the Horizon Sim mod, the 787-9, and then reinstall it fresh. But that's my fault apparently. I don't know. Even when you write it really clearly in text, people still do it wrong and blame you. But you go to, I'm trying to see if I can find it really. It depends where your simulator is installed and where you've got the Horizon Simulator, Horizon Simulations Boeing 787 installed into as well, to be fair. For me, I'm just going to load it up here a little bit for you guys. I'm going to try and show you roughly where I've put it. Right, so there we go. Let's do this way. So for me, I've got it in my own D drive, a second SSD, and everything gets linked into the sim via a sim link. So I've found where I've installed the Horizon Simulation 787-9. There it is. In Sim Objects and Airplanes, for GENX, there is a camera config file. Don't do what the guy did and delete that. That's what that guy did, and then blame me. Same with the Trent. He's deleted that camera config file, broke it, and blame me. If you overwrite those ones, then unfortunately it will break it entirely, and that can't be solved unless you uninstall the Horizon Simulation 787-9 and put it all back in again. So what you actually have to do, and the easiest way to do this as well, is to set a custom view. So if you've got the save custom view keybind set, you can just move across here in the flight deck. You've got to spawn in for it first as well. Boot the sim, spawn into the 787-9. Move over here and then just set a custom view now. So for me it'd be Control-Alt-2 for example to set a random custom view there in the flight deck. Once you've done that, and I am trying to, there we go, here we are, right. Once you've done that, you have to go to wherever you've installed Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, you go into the main Microsoft Flight Simulator folder, local cache, and this only works if you've set a custom view yourself already, just in the flight deck somewhere. It doesn't have to be anywhere specific because we're going to overwrite it, but we need it to generate a specific config file within here for us to get it to work, and then we would download, for example, my custom camera view pack from flightsim.to, and we would just click and drag that to overwrite the file I'm about to show you. So in Microsoft Flight Simulator's main folders, local cache, sim objects, airplanes, and then you have two folders here. So you've got to do it for both the General Electric GEnx and the Rolls Royce Trent, because they both have their own config files. So when we set a random custom view in the flight deck, what it then generates in here is the camera's config file, and that is the one that we overwrite. So we overwrite it for the General Electric cameras file, we do that, and then the same for the Trent. You've then got to either use developer mode inside the sim to resync the airplane files to get it to kind of assess itself and read these new files, or you just come completely out of the sim, reboot the sim, and then you give that a go, and it should then work, he says. That's how you do it. But if you don't follow that, if you overwrite the wrong file, then it breaks. Yeah, Chris, I mean, most people might make that mistake because it is easily done, because both of them have got the same name, haven't they? They've got the same almost file structure up to that camera file. So if you go down the wrong path and you go into the wrong folder, you won't necessarily notice until you're in the sim and all of your camera things are broken. If you want my custom views, let's see, go to others. I'm going to bring up flightsim.to for you folks, and I'll find it. It should be easily searchable. Go onto this, we look down for custom views. I'll search for Horizon. There it is. British Av Geek. 3-star average, because Valley, bless him, did it properly, but Mark Wealthy didn't, and then decided to go on a mad one on his comment there. 1 star and plastered stupidity all over it. So what can you say? Can't teach stupid, eh? David, nice. So was your SimBrief ID already in the FMS? Mine was, and I still couldn't pull the data. So I wonder if I have to delete it and then put it back in again, put the SimBrief ID in again, perhaps. Although I say that, but it fed all of the rest of it in, the wind data and all the rest too. So I'm not really sure. I know, commentator. Some people. I thought I was doing a nice thing by generating that custom camera file for everybody to use on day 1 release, but hey ho. Okay, so the METAR in the live chat is at VTBS. I believe we have ATC online as well, so we're going to pull the current ATIS from them, and that's Lima 350 at 3. Variable winds 320 to 020, 10 kilometers visibility. View clouds 2000, scattered 4000. Temperatures 28, dew point 26. It's a very narrow spread of 2 degrees there. If that comes a bit closer, then we can expect fog, haze, mist, basically decreasing visibility. If that becomes 28-27 or 27/26, then that spread's going to drop. QNH 1012. So I'm going to pop that down. 1012. Arrival and departing 1 left and 1 right. Expect ILS runway 1 left or 1 right. Transition level 130. So FL 130. 01 left / 01 right. Making a note of this on my notepad. And this currently with Info Lima. Rightio. So I've done quite a few add-ons for the community, really, haven't I? I say add-ons, they're just like tweaks and files and basic things. Because I'm not clever enough to do anything else. But I try and give a lot back. Right, there's our position. Heading up to Alumo. And then Elemi. In about 300 nautical miles. Now this is the star chart, which is an absolute nightmare. So all you've got to do is find your transition point. And there it is, Elemi. So Elemi 341, 43.7, and then Dolny, max 280, at or below flight level 180. And yeah, the Dolny 3 Delta is the one that we want there. So add a Dolny, the little H there means there's an inset hold on the charts. There it is. If we get told to hold at Dolny, that's what we have to execute. Hey, Lemmy, yeah. 295 into beats between flight level 140 and 130. And then this is the kind of dogleg approach here. So BS 405, 403 to Sanjo. Heading into Latin, max 220 between 7 and 9,000 feet. And then heading 196 degrees to NCAF at 3,000. From there, we're expecting ILS Zulu 01 left, yes, via Lagos transition, which then connects it all up like that on the charts to help us visualize it. So from Enka, there at 3,000 feet, after that we've got the little arrow lines there for vectors out of 195 degrees heading from Enka. And then at Lagos 3000 max 220 for the initial approach fix, 015 degrees inbound course, and a frequency of 109.1. 4-letter code ISWS, we have to make sure that syncs up and that works properly as well. There's a way to confirm the ILS. And then from Lonnie, 2,500 feet, a 3-degree glide slope, glide path angle down to the runway, and that is at a distance of 13 miles to the threshold. Minimums are 230 for a decision altitude, which is also similarly a decision height of 225. Airport elevation of only 5 feet. If we zibble across, actually hold on, there we go, Cat 2, that's what we'll set up for. So rad out of 100. That's a bit more like it. Same principles though, from what we've just been chatting about. We'll talk about the missed approach nearer to the arrival as well to make sure it's freshly briefed. 01 left on touchdown though, we've got to think about how we're going to vacate. Not just thinking about the approach, but beyond that, what we're going to do when we get on the ground. And there are a couple of high-speed exits here, Echo 12, Echo 7, Echo 6 as well. And we're going to target one of those. To be fair, Echo 7 is probably the best one to target. It's there, it'd be a smooth deceleration, and it's beyond the halfway point of the runway just about as well. So I mean, we could do Echo 12 if we're lucky. Hotspot 1 suggests a lot of aircraft vacate there actually. So we'll play it by ear, we'll see what happens. We'll plan for Echo 7, which will probably be auto brake 2 or auto brake 3. And then what was the stand that we were planning for, Doc? You've had a little look at the real world stands, haven't you? The allocations for today. Let's see if I can find them on your chat from earlier on. Did he stand Echo 3? There we go. I have absolutely no idea if the ATC controller at Bangkok will give that to us, but what we can do is look at the taxi charts, find the actual parking stand charts. None of those. Main apron. Echo 3, there it is. So we'll come up Echo, cross Golf, and then in via Tango 11 to turn in at Echo 3, by the looks of that. So I'm going to pin that, and there was also another chart up here that said standard taxi routes. Arrivals 01 left. Exit onto Echo. Echo 3, look, so it's actually got prescribed taxi routings. Exit onto Echo, Delta 7, Golf, Tango 10, Tango 12, Tango 11. So I'm going to write that down, because that's probably what the ATC is going to give us. So Echo, Delta 7, Golf, Tango 10, Tango 12, Tango 11, stand Echo 3. That's what we're hoping for. So we've planned everything now, from the top of descent, through the star, onto the ILS Zulu 01 left, Cat 2, and then vacating with taxi routes in. So we've kind of covered it all, really. JJ, thanks buddy. 5 stars, I hope. Right, with that in mind, let's pop that into the aircraft's FMS. So we'll click it again. Oh, VTBS arrival, sorry, it was already on there, wasn't it? And we want 01 left Zulu, which is the top one, Handley, transition Lakos, and the Dolny 3 Delta. Perfect. And the transition from the Dolny 3 Delta is a Lemmy. Done. And now we need to go to VNAV. Next page, page 3 of 3, into forecast. Transition level, we need to make sure that's input correctly. I put that somewhere. Flight level 130. And I always get the Boeing and the Airbus bits confused. There we go. I've done that right for once. Happy days. And the SimBrief Delta, SimBrief data importation. Sorry, teeth in. We'll just quickly forecast request that in. Done. It's loaded it all in for us. In fact, it's done them all down to 4,000 foot winds. Look at that. Over 2 pages. On the legs page, Lumo Alemi Dolny Beats 405, 403 Sandro Latin, 401 Salsa, NCAT with vectors to Lakos. So that's an intentional discontinuity there. And we could just tidy that up. That's still a discontinuity with vectors. That's fine, I'm going to leave that there. Ashton Anders, welcome buddy. Lakos Lonnie, final approach, and then the missed approach holding at Lano 015 track. Climbing to 3,000 at or above. Landing with estimated 6.2 tonnes of fuel left. On the navgraph page, we were talking about the frequencies earlier, weren't we, for the ILS, so we can, while we're here, have a little look at that. So we've got 015 inbound course, that's correct in the navgraph page, and 1091 is input as well. VORs are auto-tuning, so we'll just leave them to do their thing. And that means we're pretty much set up now for it, to be fair. We've got a lot of TCAS stuff going on around us. One aircraft 20 miles ahead, one behind. You behind, actually, bunching up potentially there. So whoever's behind the one behind me might need to think about separation. And that blue line there on the nav display is our missed approach. We've still got a little way to go yet though, so I'm not going to worry about things like setting auto brakes or anything else for now. Kevo says this mod is pretty slick, to be fair. Best one for a default aircraft by far. I agree. Horizon Simulations have done a great bit of work for it. It's a really flexible aircraft. It's certainly big, isn't it? The 787-9 is a huge aircraft, yet TUI fly them in and out of Kos. Some fairly small, short runways, to be fair, with TUI. Some of the operations they manage this in, which is quite cool. And we'll be looking to replicate some of those as well over the next year. But then, on the flip of the coin, on the flip side of the coin, we've got Perth to Heathrow, or Heathrow to Perth with Qantas in the 787-9 as well. So from short haul all the way to ultra long haul, and it does it all. So very versatile, very nimble, as David has said as well. And I think for a freeware aeroplane, this is a really, really neat bit of work from them. So big fan of it. I enjoy it. Vaku, just change your altitude and overtake. Because otherwise you're going to have to separate by about 3 minutes for the approach. Or, whoever you're flying alongside, in fact, Vaku, you might have to work out with each of them, whoever it is, try and decide if that aircraft ahead of you is likely to be on 01 left, then you take 01 right and they can fly a simultaneous approach with you. Because they can do that here at Bangkok as well. Hasso, hello to you. Are the differences in flying in Asia in comparison to Europe? So some differences, yes. And some of the kind of things that you will experience flying in this part of the world are a little bit like flying in America, like the departure out of Singapore, which run on vectors from a VOR or whatever else. So different in that sense. If you're flying in China, they use meters, not feet, and that's where it gets a bit tricky and becomes a bit of a headache. So you then have to enable the, where is it? There's a feature here somewhere. I can't remember where it is. I tend to avoid flying in China because it's a pain in the backside with the meter conversions. Can't think where it is in this. No idea. But you have to basically turn on oh, there he is. Boom, meters. You have to turn that on and then fly to meters instead, which gives you something else to think about. There we are. Mikhail, making good progress. Zach, you're in for a treat. Siam Flight have created Bangkok Suvarnabhumi International Airport, and it is one of the nicest sceneries in this part of the world in the sim, full stop. It's a really good bit of work from them. Patrick says, I'll be interested to see if they flip the coin and release on Xbox. I'll be quite happy to pay, but I don't think they will. No, you're correct. I don't think they will at all, to be fair. Unfortunately. I think just because of the nature of what they've done with all of this anyway, so. Mike's saying, is it a 787-9 TUI use at Bristol? That would be interesting. I think they do sometimes for the Orlando route, but I'm not sure if they do that on the 787-8 for Bristol or not. I'll leave it for some of you guys that have got that Flight Radar 24 Gold subscription to work that out for us, because I've got the free one and I can only see 7 days of data. Yeah, Patrick, hopefully around January time you'll be able to enjoy the PMDG 777. That's going to be really, really good. Those of you looking to fly around the UK over the next few days as well, they reckon, is it Storm Kieran that's flying in? Not flying in, drifting in. So there'll be some nasty weather with that, and I'm sure lots of simmers blasting around with that too. Doc saying Boeing always place it next to the barometer. Yeah, it's a button I never press, so I kind of forget where they are. The Airbus is down here somewhere, isn't it, alongside the throttle, I think, or something like that. David's planning 01 right, nice. And I've got 120 miles ahead. And we've got a few behind as well on TCAS, but we can't see them. To be fair, because of the temperature here, you haven't got any contrails either. Baku, good stuff. If we've timed this right, Zach, then we'll be landing around sunset or that kind of dusk dawn look in the sim that you get at twilight. Best time in the sim, certainly in 4K. So hopefully, if I've timed it right, we'll be landing around then. Wicked aircraft, isn't it? Does anyone know what the goodies are that they added into this prior to release? Because we were told in the live chat previewing this that Toby was going to add a couple of quote-unquote goodies into it prior to release. I don't actually know what they are, and I still don't know what they are. JJ, good stuff. Yeah, it's a remarkable aircraft, isn't it? It's very capable, and what they've done is make a nice, reliable aeroplane for us to use. Gives us variety. I know a lot of people have said, yeah, what's the point in it? It's a 787-10, but in a 787-9 skin. But that's literally the point. It's a Dreamliner. They're all the same, but different lengths, different weights, different engine ratings, and that's what they've tried to replicate with this. But it has unlocked a lot of really good, realistic options for lots of different flights. So epic bit of work. I love it. And I'm looking forward to getting the Osprey Holidays livery out on this as well. So we've got the Osprey Airways 787-9 livery already out for this, and thanks to Tapsy. And we've got Demo Designs back working just as a one-off special. So he's having a big break from painting liveries at the minute, making the Osprey Holidays livery for us for this as well, by popular demand. Massively gadget. Yeah, the 787-10 is their Boeing's flop aircraft, really. Not many operators have bothered with it. Let's try and find... There he is, just passing Dubai. Where is he? Raven Panda. Osprey 15 Lima Whiskey. Perth to Heathrow. There's the Osprey Airways 787-9 livery. Perfect on that aircraft, isn't it? That's Flying Panda's current flight, Perth to Heathrow, doing ultra long haul. Our first Osprey pilot to do it properly as well, and he'll get an achievement for that, along with anyone else completing these ultra long haul flights. Oh, look at that darkness! Wow, pitch black. My goodness. Scooter 606 is already there. My goodness. Quite a good bit of separation between us all, to be fair, by the looks of it. Singapore 720 and there's a Scooter 609, I think, right next to it. There. Something to be wary of. Separation there for you guys. One of you will have to take one runway and the other the next. Air Canada's ordered a couple of 787-10s, he believes, living on a player. Hello to you, saying that. Coming in 2025 as far as he knows. Yeah, British Airways have got a couple as well appearing. But they're only ordered a handful of them, I think. They haven't gone for many at all. 787-9 seems to be the sweet spot for most. Elk, hello buddy. No, I won't be. I think with the 787-10, it's Boeing trying to kind of mirror the A350-1000, but that offers a lot more for an airline, I think. So that's why a lot of operators have gone for the A350-1000 instead. Yeah, Singapore Airlines have got some -10s. British Airways have got some -10s. I can't think of any other operators that have it. Saudi Arabian Airlines, I think, has one, because I think they flew into Heathrow with a -10 a little while back. Who else? Can't think of anyone else. Oh, KLM. Yeah, I never see those, to be fair. That's probably why I didn't think of them. Yeah, KLM Air France. Good shout. Oh, I did not know that living on player either. United have got some 10s. Laurent, hello to you, says, what do you think of the 787-9 flight model? I know Takeoff is a bit messed up, but apart from that, I don't fly the aeroplane. How strange. So it'd be nice to have your impression, as you are a real Boeing 787 pilot. Oh, I'm not. I wish I was. I'm a real 787 sim pilot. I think they've done a good job. Takeoff is a little funky on the rotation, but providing that you rotate with that in mind, you can actually rotate fairly smoothly, and it's absolutely fine. The only thing that's really winding me up a little bit is the snap down on the touchdown thing, where it snaps the second the wheels touch the main wheels touch the runway. It kind of snaps the whole aircraft onto the tarmac, which is a very weird feature. But I reported that in the preview. It's got shut down a fair bit by one QA in particular, was telling me it's my technique. Until other people finally started to say that they are having the same problem. I always forget about digital flight dynamics. Yeah, it's one way around or the other, isn't it, Patrick? I think KLM Air France are trying to stabilise their fleet a bit. So KLM operate Boeings and Air France operate Airbus, I think, from memory. So they're shifting the fleet around and repainting them accordingly. Top descent for Macau, good. Data tagger, no worries. We've got 60 miles to top of descent now. In fact, yeah, just less than 60 miles, about 58. So, order brake 2 is probably sufficient for this. We've checked all of this as well. We've got all of our data in. We need to make sure we've got our QNH put in as well, so we would get the latest weather at VTBS. (1012) for the QNH. So I'm going to set that accordingly, and then we will flick the collar to radio and set 100. Always jumps in this. Maybe if I click and hold. Oh, it's still quite hard to control. There we go, 100. Rad out. And then minimums, sorry, our fuel load and our landing weight estimate. 162, I think, roughly. Oh. What? Why is there such a difference in the weight? Set from OFP, literally. Weird. 146.7. We got 161.7 for our estimates. We'll do 145.7 and we'll plan for flap 25. We'll keep wing correction set to +5 as well. Ooh, look, there's a thrust limitation approach page. I'm going to arm that, climb 2. So that means if we do go around, it will be a lot smoother. I've not seen that one before. Oh, Dougal, I've got a very specific tutorial set for the 787 actually, to be fair. So it'll be worth revisiting that, those. A little bit out of date, but the principles are the same. Either that, or just watch the videos that we do, or the live streams that we do with this. Certainly the one that we did was TUI, did a TUI flight, didn't we? And I think in that one, did we start cold and dark? We might have done. Don't forget, we've got emergency lights. They need to be armed and guarded now as well. Flight deck door power, a couple of different switches that we have to play around with nowadays. Catching him up, we just see this faint strobe right there at the tip of the cursor up ahead. Whoever that is. So with that in mind, I'm going to drop down to Mach 80. Not long to go. We've got approaching tower online, as I think Mikhail said earlier on. So 12435. Let's tune that in. 124. Part brakes off, rotor F set, check the legs, that's all good. Fuel wires are displayed, and we're going to, what altitude shall we drop down to? We'll set 130, why not, that'll do. So that's set. LNAV and VNAV. I feel like we're catching them up really quickly, whoever that is. This is where we all bunch up. That is Osprey 71 Alpha Golf. What's your speed, David? Delta Tango, we are doing the Dolny 3 Delta arrival, Lagos transition ILS 01 left. .259, oh chuffing heck. Why did I get the feeling I'm about to overtake you? Have you planned for 01 left, David, or 01 right? Alright, we'll go back to VNAV speed. So, okay, 01 right. Well, that could be quite cool then. We might get some epic sort of independent parallel approaches going on then, if that's the case. I'm going to try and stay Mach 77 with you now, so our distance is about the same. Pop TCAS onto below, see what it does. Nothing. Oh well. I was going to start the descent early, as in press descent now, but we're already there, so we'll let the aeroplane do it. Slippy aircraft this, don't forget. I feel like that's going to have logged G. What the hell is it doing? G-force range log. I'll be absolutely livid if it's done that. City, it depends what kind of experience you want really, to be fair. Delta Tango, I think you'll be fine. If you are on VATSIM, make sure you filed a flight plan on VATSIM, and then yeah, if you're on Unicom, just log in, connect onto Unicom 1228, and then make sure you pull your flight plan into your vPilot box so that the controller here will see your routing and stuff. Actually, David, very close. Let's go to normal VNAV speed, shall we? We don't get too close to him. Let's see what the sim time is saying for sunsets. There we go, look at that, we're almost at sundown, so timed quite well actually. Look, oh my god, look at that. That's incredible. VATSIM sim, welcome. Probably the simplest way I can explain it, Jathan, is VNAV is setting the thrust and the speed against our VNAV profile so our speed and the path that it is trying to compute for us to be on for the descent. Flight level change will be like your open descent or open climb in the Airbus, where it will use the thrust that it needs to achieve a certain speed and a certain rate of climb or whatever. I can see Mikhail as well actually, there's another set of strobes right above my cursor. Yeah, I suppose that's probably the easiest way to explain it, Jathan, yeah. James, welcome, good morning. Quite a steep descent. Direct 2's Jathan on the 787, you just select one, for example, Sanjo there, we'd click there on legs, and then we'd click it there, and it would insert and overwrite all of this, so it would then continue from Sanjo, and it would ask you to execute. Make sure you're on LNAV, and then it would follow that for you. What's your speed now, David? I'm at 310.
Stop descent, flight level 190.
Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, report speed.
Speed decimal speed 263 knots.
Osprey 7
There's the
Alpha
clue.
1 Golf.
Speed brake.
Roger, brake. Osprey 459er, 280 or greater, please.
280 or greater, Osprey 459.
71 Alpha Golf, speed 270 or less.
Speed 270 or less.
Oh,
Osprey
chopping
7
it.
Alpha Golf.
Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, you clear into with a pool. Donny 3 Delta arrival, expect the Zulu 01 left.
Ooh.
Dolny 3 Delta arrival, expect 01, ILS 01 left. Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
Bangkok approach, Saudi Grub, Scooter 616, Heavy 787-9er. With Mike on board, request, we are flight level 190 for 130 through Dolny currently. I've
Scooter 616 Bangkok, ready, have stop descent flight level 180.
I'll give it a go, I'm about to pass 180, Scooter 616.
And Scooter 616, report your speed.
I've reduced to 255 knots, Scooter 616.
Scooter 616, roger, speed 250 or less.
We'll go 250 or less, Scooter 616.
And Scooter 616, you are identified, flight level 180. You cleared into with the pool. Donny 3 Delta arrival, expect the Zulu 01 left.
Cleared Tsumabumi, Dolny 3 Delta arrival, ILS 01 left, Zulu for Scooter 616.
Scooter 609, Bangkok approach, good evening. We are descending to flight level 180.
So everyone else behind now will have to also begin to reduce their speed. So there's David, and then just here past the pillar here is Mikel.
Golf Air 153, leave my space, nothing for the march, you come back.
Golf Air 153, getting.
Like a swarm, all flying into Bangkok together.
Bangkok approach, hello, Scooter 608.
Apparently there's a really good ping pong show about to start in 3 hours that we're all trying to get to.
Standby, brake, Osprey 459.
There's our arrival.
The star, the 7,000 feet, GNH 1012.
Descend via the star, 7,000 feet, and QNH 1012.
So you can't really compare the two, really. They're both doing exactly what they're intended to do, and they're both quite good. So it's a personal preference thing.
Descend via star to flight level 150, Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
Scooter 616, 75 star, flight level 160.
75 star, flight level 160, Scooter 616.
And Osprey 459, do we keep the speed at 280 all the way down?
Expect speed reduction once you pass 1000.
Roger that.
Oh, David, no, that's not good. Again, didn't that happen to you last week as well, buddy? Not good.
71, Osprey 71 Alpha Golf.
Got to try and help work out what's causing that, I think, for you.
Flight level 140.
If we can do anything to help.
71 Alpha Golf, actually make it flight level 130.
130, Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
I bet we get 1-4. Yeah, dock, rain in front, look at that, beautiful.
Scooter 616, due to the aircraft, you might reduce speed to 40 or less.
240 or less for traffic ahead, Scooter 616. Bring that up to 80,
Osprey 459, speed 250 or greater.
250 or greater for Osprey 459.
Yeah, well that's, so Christopher, though, so the Phoenix tablet, the Phoenix EFB,
Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, speed 260.
is incredibly specific to what British Airways use. So, it's very specific in that sense.
And which scooter was going first?
Scooter 609.
But they both do exactly what they're intended to do,
Standby.
and they both look very different. The Phoenix tablet does look wonderful, and it does a lot of really good functions
Scooter
as well.
608, approach.
Scooter 608, go ahead.
Scooter 608, Bangkok, plus 30 have identified.
David, if you were using New
Sky,
Sky, you should be able to use the restore function so that you can pop it all back in again and carry on as normal. Make sure, David, you haven't got the heavy division mod installed, and I would also make sure that you've got the most up-to-date Kuro 787, and in the content manager you've got the most up-to-date 787 package from the sim itself as well.
Scooter 609, you clear into the pool. Donny 3 Delta arrival, expect this is 01 left.
Expect Alice 01 left, clear for Donny 3 Delta arrival.
No gamer, hello. Hope you get that sorted soon. So speed brakes away, so we've got the aeroplane clean
Osprey
still.
459, descend 5 star 5000.
He's there.
5000 star, Osprey 459.
Ah, David, you should get New Sky. Join us on Osprey Airways. I'm an ATC because we're being stepped down by ATC, so we're not using VNAV in this instance.
Hello again.
VNAV will want to do something incredibly different to what the controller is trying to achieve, so for that we're not using it. So there's David, the two little white lights ahead on the screen, tiny little dots, the strobes, and then Mikhail is there. If you can see him there with his strobes flashing away. And Bangkok Airport.
Sunny 04,
down here somewhere.
You're still shown that you're smoking 7727, so you might want to double check 7234. Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, D75 Star, 7,000 feet, QNH 1012.
Sembo Star to 7,000 feet, QNH 1012, Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
Really cool.
Yep, it's correct. Standby. Break. Scooter 616, descend flight level 130.
So flight level 130, Scooter 616.
Scooter 608, descend 5 star, flight level 160.
Descend 5 star.
David, no worries, buddy. Have a good one.
Scooter 608.
I have got Hergy. I've got Siam BBS. It's really good, isn't it?
Singapore 720, approach.
18. Forgot what I was doing now.
Scooter 609, approach.
1012.
Scooter 609, go ahead.
Scooter 609, maintain flight level 180 for now, due to traffic.
Maintain flight level 180 due to traffic, Scooter 609.
And Scooter 609, you clear into the pool. Donny 3 Delta arrival at 201 left.
Dougal, what do you mean? In this aircraft today now, or?
So, I forgot the airport, Bangkok International via Donny 3 Delta, expect ILS Zulu, runway 01 left.
Correct. Break, Osprey 459, speed 220 or
Officer
greater.
says hello. Do a quick warning recall, check this thing complete normal, that's going to keep popping up. I'd love for them to create toggle to disable that.
Speed 230,
and look
Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
at this.
Scooter 616, speed 220.
Speed 220, Scooter 616. That's going to take us to minimum clean.
Bangkok approach. Good evening, Singapore 720 Heavy descending.
Almost minimum clean.
Flight level 165.
13's coming up, so let's bring that one to go.
Singapore 720,
Bring that to
Bangkok
800 foot per minute.
Future traffic, right heading 010.
Right,
Dougal, I'm not sure. I'd have to see what you mean.
720 heavy.
I do, Christopher,
please.
but I got shouted at
We're
by
on it.
somebody on comments the other week saying
Scooter 60, descend
the captain always has the engine instruments on his side.
Scooter 60 right.
Hence this.
Scooter 616, descend via star 8,000 feet, QNH 1012.
So if I start 8,000 feet to QNH 1012, Scooter 616. So
Osprey
we'll
459,
continue.
maintain present heading, descend 3,000.
On present heading down to 3,000, Osprey 459.
CFR 720, you clear into Swinnapum via radar vectors, expect
We're going to go to flat 5 now, just to help the
Radar
aeroplane
vectors
out a little
ILS
bit.
Zulu 01 left, Singapore 720 heavy.
Scooter 609, descend flight level 150.
Standard pressure.
Descend flight level 150, Scooter 609 now.
1012. There, that matches. Standby instruments set. Two
Osprey
ahead.
459, speed 210.
210, Osprey 459.
Scooter 608,
No one behind me
Donny
yet.
3 Delta arrival, altitude 01 left.
Look at that.
Donny 3 Delta arrival, ILS Zulu 01 left, Scooter 608.
CFR 720, stop flight level 140.
Stop descent flight level 140, Singapore 720 heavy.
Go through 10 in a
Osprey
moment.
7 Alpha Golf, speed 220.
Speed 220, Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
Oh, correction. Osprey 71
Christopher,
Alpha
nice.
Golf. Actually, speed 200.
Speed 200, Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
So he's 5 miles ahead, 6 miles ahead.
Scooter 608, descend via Star to 9,000 feet, QNH 1012.
Descend via star 9008
I know, Mike. It did make me laugh. I think it's a lack of appreciation that everybody wants to have a slightly different simulator experience, but also the failure to understand in a way that every company operates their aircraft slightly differently.
Osprey 7 Alpha
So they will
Golf,
take the Boeing FCOM, for example, with this, and then they might go, you know what, I like that, we have to do all of this bit, but this bit we can add,
71 Alpha Golf, maintain
because
present
that
heading.
is our specific company little thing. So that's what that is for.
Present heading, Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
Doc,
Scooter
that's
616, descend 6,000.
incredible. Send 6,000, Scooter 616.
Scooter 608, descend via Star 8,000.
Descend via
So,
star 8000, Scooter 608.
That's Mikhail, who's turning base. And we've got
Scooter
David
609,
ahead.
descend flight level 130.
Descend flight level 130, Scooter 609.
Yeah, as long as it's fun and you enjoy simming and you learn bits as well as you go, then happy days. So I thought, you know what, I will take that person's advice and I'll give it a go. And it does make sense, because the pilot flying would have the engine instruments.
So that's heading 360, cleared out of Zulu 01 left, report established.
That does make sense. I thought, you know what, screw it, I'll do this from now on, because it does make a bit more logical sense, doesn't it? We can see exactly what the engine's doing. But I could do that anyway here because of the way the view was done. I like the idea of having a
Once you
big
establish
screen,
on
big
local
map
access,
there. But
E160 along
hey ho.
260 at me.
I'm happy to be flexible with these
Wind
things.
established 160.
David, Henry, hello to you, buddy. Good to hear.
459.
I'm glad to hear that it's all working nicely for you too.
Alpha Golf, descend 4,000.
Go to 12 just to smooth out the descent.
Scooter 616, descend 5,000.
Send 5,000, Scooter 616.
Singapore 720, left heading 270, descend flight level 130.
Exactly, Hasso. It's personal preference, and sometimes it's company specific. Sometimes you're saying there, the captain might go, I don't want that on my side, you can have it, and it gets sent over that way. Your own sim experience, you can have your screen set up however you want. Whatever works best for you is how I like to say. So if you find that having the nav display is better on the big screen here in front of you, then do that.
And Osprey 459 on the localization.
Osprey 459, you are number 1.
Roger.
Osprey 71 Alpha Golf, right heading
Lights,
310.
signs, passenger signs, we've
Right
already
heading
done crew
310, Osprey
advised.
7 Alpha Golf.
And 71 Alpha Golf, you can descend down to 3,000.
Down to 3,000, Oscar 7 Alpha Golf.
Want to go, smooth
Scoot
away.
609, descend 5 step to 9,000 feet, gear NH 1012.
Mike Light, hello. We flew Vietnam a little while ago. I can't remember how long ago it was though. It was some time back. So yeah, we are overdue. Everywhere in the world needs constant exploration, doesn't it? Morgan, nice. Going Istanbul to Tehran in the Inc 310. The INI 310, I think you mean.
71 Alpha Golf,
Nice.
right heading 360, cleared ILS Zulu approach 01 left before established.
Right 360 cleared,
Well,
ILS
not
Zulu
too, but
01 left, report established,
too
Oscar 7 Alpha Golf.
Sunny 04, thank you for your patience. Taxi holding point 21 left by Alpha Delta.
It's heading bug
cross
around
21
because
left.
I've been
Cross
silly
right,
there,
cross 21
haven't I,
left,
really?
cross 1 left, running circle.
I'll set 270 for now because I think that's roughly where we're going to get.
Scooter 616, descend 4,000.
4,000, Scooter 616.
Scooter 608, descend 5,000.
Descend 5,000, Scooter 608.
Just go 800, it's only 1,000 foot. 800 foot per minute, it's nice and smooth.
Singapore 720, you had to maintain present heading, I will give you vector from the other
Checklist
side.
override.
Will do. We'll maintain present
Checklist
heading and we come back
override.
to Singapore 720.
Checklist override, checklist override, checklist override.
Scooter 616, right heading to 280.
Right heading 280, Scooter 616. Heading select mode 280, that's good. Secure.
Space 71
Checks
Alpha Golf.
override.
Any chance you can go down to Lagos?
Good. Now we won't get that master caution.
Affirmative inbound, Lakeoff.
That's a good way to learn the
Yep, if
aeroplane
you have
though, to
that,
be
go
fair.
direct
You
to
can have the
Lagos.
checklists open on this
Direct
display
Lagos.
over on the right hand side and you can just work through them. And it's
And you
click
still
screen, touch screen, so you tick as you go.
One left.
Still clear for the ILS Zulu 01 left.
4,000, 280, we're now being vectored to final.
Scooter 616, do you have waypoint Lagos on your flight plan?
A firm, Scooter 616.
Scooter 616, roger, right turn direct to Lagos.
Right turn direct Lagos, Scooter 616.
Scooter 608, descend
He was
4,000.
asking about direct 2 earlier on.
Scooter
I'll
608.
show you how to do it now.
Scooter 616, descend 3,000.
Send 3,000, Scooter 616. This is great, it actually is quite busy. It's turned into an event in itself. So, we've been told to go direct Lagos.
Scooter
So we're going to press that,
3,000 feet by Lagos,
pop it in the top,
then at Lagos,
hit
gear
execute,
ILS approach 01
pick
left
magenta
before
line,
established.
that's good, LNAV. Say again please, Scooter 616.
Scooter 616, 3,000 by Lagos, then at Lagos, cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 01 left before established.
Thank you, 3,000 by Lagos, at Lagos, cleared ILS 01 left, report established, Scooter 616.
Osprey 459, contact Zulu Boom Tower 118.2, have.
What's tower on 118.2 for Osprey
4182.
CFR 720,
That's our next frequency. Now we've got a little moment, let's get it tuned.
Descend 7,000, QNH 1012, Singapore 720.
David, yeah, just smash that checklist override button. Get rid of it.
Scooter 608.
What checklists? Don't do them.
Right 250, Scooter 608.
Look at that, just in time for
Scooter
sundown.
609, descend 5,000.
Descend 5,000.
Should we make it a bit later, folks? What do you think?
Sunny 04,
Yes.
Scooter 60, stop heading at 230.
Stop heading 230, Scooter 608.
Sunny 04, wind 330 at 5 knots, runway 0.
So, missed approach. Everything else is set, isn't it? Climb to 3,000 feet on course 015 degrees to Lino and hold or as directed by ATC. If unable to reach 3,000 at Lino, continue climbing. The holding pattern, speed restricted to max 190 knots.
160 to 60 mean, we're established on the
Max 220 knots for Lagos,
01.
initial approach fix, we're already there now. do 220 for a little bit.
Singapore 720, left heading 190.
Left heading 190, Singapore 720 heavy.
Final recall. Overhead panel looks good.
Scooter 608, right heading 010.
Right heading 010, Scooter 608.
And 18 knot crosswind
maintain present heading.
currently.
Maintain present heading, Scooter 609.
So I'm going to go heading select mode. And I've set the heading, not the track. So our heading is 009, but our track is 005 because of that crosswind. And just before we get to Lacos, what I'm going to do is... Oh, it doesn't have that one on that one. Boo.
Scooter 616, speed 17, no, correction. Speed 170 knots until 7 dB.
Speed 170 till 7, was it 7 DME, Scooter 616? What?
Scooter 608, direct Lagos.
Direct Lagos, Scooter 608.
Scooter 609, descend.
That's to overshoot that.
Scooter 608, descend 3000.
Scooter 608, descend 3000.
1091. I don't think we've got glide slope, folks.
Osprey 71 Alpha, go.
Now we have. Okay, that's why. Too far.
Do you have preferred gate upon
My bad,
arrival?
my bad, my bad. I was trying to engage it too early. So yeah, lock first.
So again,
So too far, then approach.
Do you have preferred gate upon arrival?
Negative.
So 3190, we're good for flap 10, let's extend.
Gotcha.
3000 set, then 015.
And Osprey 71 Alpha, go. Contact Singapore Tower
Track.
118.2.
Because it's climb on track
Tower
or course of
118.2,
015, not heading. So we're going to flick that to track instead.
Scooter 608, 3000 feet.
Locks green, glide slopes arms.
Approach 01 left, report established.
3000 by Lagos, clear down is approach Zulu 01 left, report when established. Scooter 608.
Scooter 616, established ILS 01 left.
Scooter 616, number 2.
Roger. Good. Exactly 6 miles front.
Scooter 609, right heading 280.
Look at this. Stunning.
280, Scooter 609.
Oh. That's a picture.
Singapore 720, descend 5000.
Descend 5000, Singapore 720 heavy.
Looks like glide slope might have captured there. Oh my god, now that is a picture. Oh. That's one of the ones going on Instagram. And Facebook page. 100%.
Now direct to corporate, climbing 2000.
Sunny 04, you clear to enter Bangkok CTR, maintain 2,500 feet or below.
Maintain 2,500 feet, fall below, clear enter Bangkok control zone.
11 DME. We go gear down
609, right heading 350.
just to maintain drag.
Right heading
Increase the
350.
drag on the aircraft.
Scooter 616, contact Singapore Tower 118.2 Saudi Cap.
Air contact tower 182 Saudi Grub, Scooter 616.
Yeah.
1182, no ground, so this is our final
Clear to
frequency.
Hanoi via Albo 3 hotel departure. Initial climb 6,000 feet and final climb 390. Squawking 7124, red cap 99 Delta.
Red cap 99 Delta, read back correct, contact ready for pushing.
Flat 15. Tower Saudi Grub, Scooter 616, heavies, ILS 01 left, 9 miles.
Scooter 616 Tower, so we have continue approach 01 left.
Continue approach 01 left, Scooter 616. Flaps 18. So that's not that one. We've got to do that one, which is speed brake armed. Wait for the announcement. There it is. Good. Laps 20. Speed tape's coming down. Figure finals for 177 miles, 160. It's a busy approach, isn't it? Because we're having to still change a lot of the aircraft's configuration on short final here. But this is absolutely spectacular. How stunning is this? The perfect time to fly in here.
Osprey 71 Alpha, Golf, expedite BKK, nearest right exit.
Expedite vacating.
137.
Vacating on Echo 12.
Wire controls.
1000.
I'm running on idle. My autopilot. It's froze. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
616, wind 330, green at 5, runway 0 left clear land.
01 left clear land, Scoot 616. I think a bit of poo came out there.
Fully ready for pushing.
What it's done is it's made me sink a bit as well, so let's get a bit of power on. A little bit better. Yeah, but it's back on the profile a little bit.
Facing east on Takeoff 1 Red Cap 99.
Red Cap 99.
Someone ping the crew, get them to bring my spare
Facing west.
pair of captain's trousers.
Osprey 71 Alpha, Golf, hold position, traffic in.
Check.
Correction. Do you have any? Oh, correction. Sorry. Osprey 71 Alpha, Golf, taxi. Echo 7.
Welcome to one of the finest Southeast Asian PayWare sceneries in Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Stand Echo 7 via Delta 8,
speed,
Hotel 2, Golf, Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
Recovered.
Osprey 7
Little balloon because of that.
Hotel 2, then Tango 1.
Say little balloon. I didn't pitch forwards
Hotel
enough.
2, Tango 11.
4 white.
Osprey 7 Alpha Golf.
Minimum.
Too high. Going around.
Tower, hello, Scoot 608.
Positive rate.
Final runway 01 left.
Gear up.
Scoot 608. Tower, Takeoff, continue approach, Shutdown 1 left.
Continue approach 01 left, Scoot 608.
Max 15.
Too low. Gear.
Scoot 616 going around.
Too low. Gear.
Scoot 616, roger. Follow miss approach procedure. Contact approach 124.35.
Wilco and 12435, Scooter 616. Oof, that was a bit of a snap, wasn't it? Slew mode detected? No way. That wasn't slew mode. I'm going to have to get Robson to look at that. Because that's now buggered our score.
Okay, 5 Romeo Bravo, descend 5 to Scout. 7,000 feet, PNH 1012.
Star 7,000 feet, 1012, 5 Robert.
Savannah Boom approach, Swaddy Cup, Thai Smile 2 Mike Alpha with information November on board, passing flight level 210 for flight level 180.
Zulu.
A man says slew mode not impact anything now on New Sky, don't stress. I think it does, doesn't it? It shows it as cheat or something. Oh, Robson.
Squawk 7232.
Does it not show as cheat though? I hope not. Filled with panic.
Singapore 720, descend
Insufficient fuel.
Descend 2,500.
Below reserves.
2,500.
Thank goodness for that.
Singapore 720.
Approach yellow again, Scooter 616, flying the missed approach, inbound lino.
Scooter 616, settle again, identify 3000. Follow standard business procedure.
There we'll go, Scooter 616.
High spawn to Mike Alpha, identify flight level 197.
So, on at VNAV, 180, max 230 knots, let's go to 200.
That's Zulu approach 01 left, descend 5 star, flight level 150.
What are we, flap 10? Let's go flap 5.
Clear to Savannah Poom via the East 3 Delta approach.
Non-to-Pat says didn't expect you to go around. Right, when we had that sim hang, it kind of made us a little unstable, didn't it, again? So I ended up a bit too high. It just got a bit too messy. So the way I was looking at it, I just kind of looked thinking, that is way too off profile for achieving the touchdown in the zone where we need to kind of try and achieve a touchdown. So just go around and try again.
Scooter 616, you want to try on 01 right, or you can stick with 01 left?
01 left is fine, Scooter 616.
Scooter 616 roger, spec vectors for the other 01 left heading to 80.
Spec vectors 01 left and left at 080 for Scooter 616.
280.
Thank you, 280.
Singapore 720, stop your descent.
Okay, so now out of LNAV, we're just about to fly this dogleg, so we're going out past the hold marker, and we're going to fly this teardrop to then enter the hold, if that makes sense. But we're at 3,200 knots.
And Scooter...
it's great.
Disregard brake, Singapore 720, left heading...
Right, we've got our work cut out for us here. Once again, I can't believe I've stuffed that up. Let's just keep the time back, because we wound it back to have a beautiful sunset approach, didn't we? Forgive me if I start to really concentrate now.
616, I got a message from Tower. Just confirm you're on low fuel.
Just gone below reserves, but sufficient for another mist.
Scooter 616, roger, left heading 210.
Left 210, Scooter 616.
Direct Bangkok,
if it gets too much lower, sort of 4 tons, then I will go on to a pan fuel control, a fuel emergency. I don't want to, and I don't want to declare that.
Do you want to take 01 right?
No, we can take 01 right if that helps you out. Singapore 720.
720, roger, from present heading cleared out of 201.
So the initial bit of that missed approach that we flew, max speed of 190, and I was hand flying the throttles and the plane initially there as well. So I noticed we were accelerating up to 190 pretty quick, and then I've idled the throttles because we don't want to go beyond that too much.
Oh, Singapore 720, I don't think you're gonna make it for the...
I'm going to leave flaps 1 out. I just want to keep the aeroplane as clean as possible now, just to help build a little bit less fuel.
Negative. We're fine for the profile. We reassigned us to 01 right, and we are below glide, and
it still thinks we've got 5 tons after this attempt, so that's okay.
If able, if it's needed, you can expedite your descent.
Yeah, we'll do. We are just nice on the descent, so we're going to maintain this 700 FPM descent, Singapore 720.
Roger, Singapore 720. I got traffic on your one.
Alternate will be 3 tons. It's 42-minute flight. We'll have 3 tons of fuel left. No, David, you didn't. I just buggered up the approach.
No, we have traffic inside. Singapore 720.
Roger, Singapore 720. Maintain visual separation on the traffic.
One left.
Oh my god, you know what I haven't done?
Singapore 720.
Heading 210.
Maintain visual separation on traffic.
Maintain visual separation with the traffic. Singapore 720.
Didn't come out of track mode. It's a good job the wind is quite negligible.
Scooter 609, contact tower 118.230.
118.2 goodie.
He's in a little tuk-tuk.
Singapore 720, tower 118.230.
Waiting for us to rab.
Oh, it is. Tower, thanks for the service.
with the British Avgeek sticker on it.
Standby, brake, touch mount to Mike Alpha, descend via SCR to 7,000 feet, gear NH1012.
Got an aircraft over there somewhere.
Descent 7,000.
Got one on final there, visual with him. There's the airport again.
12, look, touch Mike Alpha.
We know we're parking in this little bit in the middle here.
Knock Alpha Roman Bravo, maintain present heading, descend 3,000.
2 missed approaches in a week. What's happened to me? Still 5 tons of fuel.
Scooter 616, left by 10 degrees.
Left 10 degrees, Scooter 616.
Sunny 04, go ahead.
So what he's done there is vector us really nicely onto basically a downwind leg.
Sunny 04, roger. Deviation approved, report clear.
Deviation approved, report clear, Sunny 04.
Now we'll just have a quick chat with the crew, tell them what's crack is. The pilots at this point in real life would say, we've done a go around because I am rubbish at my job. In this case, it wasn't safe, so we went round because we weren't stable. So they're doing a simultaneous approach there. The brightest light is on 01 left, and the one just behind that 01 right, which is pretty cool. Docs says we're flying really close to his apartment right now. There you go, give you a little light show. Strobes, whoops.
Tasman 2 Mike Alpha, descend via the stair to 5,000.
Descend via the star.
There you go.
5,000. Tasman 2 Mike Alpha.
Quick, everybody flush the toilets.
High 401.
Look at that, that looks brilliant. That highway. In fact, is that part of the scenery?
Thai 401
it goes
heavy
all
with
the way
you,
up there.
Descending
I don't think I've seen a freeway like that in the sim before, have you?
High 401, Bangkok, those at the hub.
Christopher says his Singapore getting warm.
Hospital, set squad 7215.
Descend to
Total fuel 5 tons
140
still.
and repeat squawk please.
7215, 7250.
Squawk 7215, roger, Thai 401 heavy.
Okay, 5 Roman Bravo, right heading 360, cleared out of Zulu 01 left, report established.
Heading 360, cleared out of 01 right, Zulu, enter but established, okay, 5 Roman Bravo.
Oh, my apologies, cleared out of Zulu 01 right, apologies.
01 right.
Right. Rolls Royce.
Sunny 04, roger, direct Bangkok EOR, report overhead.
Bangkok EOR, Sunny 04.
And Sunny 04, expect the entry instructions for Domino.
Sunny 04, copy. And request.
Low gamer goods. I think they need to be distributed amongst the passengers now. And if you've got any left over, probably might have to start cutting up some of the blankets to make some ad hoc trousers for everybody.
Will Squawk 7215 had a technical difficulty here. 401 heavy.
Scooter 616, are you able to do short approach from Loni?
Hey firm, Scooter 616.
Scooter 616, descend 2,500 feet.
Send 2,500, Scooter 616.
Pi 401, identify.
Short approach.
12,700 feet. Euclid into Swinnapum. Only 3 Delta arrival. Expect added Zulu 01 left.
Shortcut time, here we go. This is going to be tough again. It's going to ramp the pressure up on me. Got one more go around left. I mean, technically now we need to, if we go around again, we have to divert because of
Pi 401.
But it's not the weather that's the issue, it's my competency ability, I suppose.
Scooter 616, you can make a left turn direct to Loni.
Left turn direct Loney, let's go to 616.
Nokia 5 Roman Bravo, established 01 right, Zulu.
Nokia 5 Roman Bravo, continue approach.
Continue approach.
180, good for flat 5.
Sunny 04, you clear to enter dominant control zone. Maintain 2,000 feet or below VFR. Join left downwind runway 21 left.
So we put that route in. Direct Lonnie.
Okay, 5 Romeo Bravo, contact to the boom tower 118 decimal 2 ready cap.
118 decimal 2, Nokia 5 Romeo Bravo, thank you.
Execute.
Scooter 616 at Loney, cleared out to approach 01 left, report established.
Loney cleared ILS 01 left, report established, Scooter 616. Insufficient fuel warning. Clear. So, notice it,
Thai 401
acknowledge it,
heavy,
check the data,
back with you.
and then
So
clear
sorry,
it when you're happy.
Go ahead.
Thai 401 try to call you many times. Your identifier is number 141. You clear into Singapore. Lower Tony.
Doing a parallel approach with Hergy Dock. Is that Hergy there?
001 left.
Epic.
Clear.
Bark, you have a good one.
Descend the star and expect 10 left approach.
Negative. Tony 3 Delta arrival. ILS 001 left.
Copy that. Donny 3D arrival and expect 01 left.
Yeah, he's brought us in right close. Look at that.
Thai 401 descend via the star to 10,000 feet. UNH 1012.
So.
Descend during the with the star to 10,000 feet and 1012.
It's going to set heading 080 for now.
40.
Mike Alpha. Alpha. Maintain present heading.
I might just set approach mode active actually. So heading select mode currently. Alt 2500. Lock and glide slope are armed and ready. We've
mile to Mike Alpha, approach.
All the rest of the data, lights and signs.
You got stepped on.
Mile to Mike Alpha, over Alpha, maintain present heading.
Set that a bit better.
Maintain present heading.
180.
Mile to Mike Alpha.
14 miles.
Did
Hergy go around as well? No, he's right there. I don't think he did go around initially though.
Sunny 04, Roger, do you want to join gas circuit or to one left? Sunny 04, I will do low pass to one left and then I will just continue flight to Suvarnabhumi runway.
Jesus.
Sunny 04, Roger, report
that's
left.
That's going to overshoot.
We will report left away to one left, Sunny 04.
Choppy neck. We're going to be chasing it again. Right, anyway, 12 miles, 180. 2,500. Gear down, flap 15. Let's go it again.
540, descend via star, fire down.
Descend via star to 5,000. Thai 401 heavy.
A firm, 5,000.
It's going to lose it again, isn't it? What is this angular bank? Bring it to 170 just to help it out.
Thai 401 report indicated airspeed.
I'm just going to turn the autopilot off, I think. At this rate. If it doesn't, it's got about 2 seconds, or we've got 10-15 seconds to stabilise. Scooter 616 Heavy's established 10 miles ILS 01 left.
Scooter 616, contact Singapore Changi 118, small 20 head.
Thanks again, Tower 1182, Saudi Crub, Scooter 616. So, let's hand fly, Harry. Laps 25, gear down and green. Tower hello, Scooter 616 on ILS 01 left again.
Scooter 616 Tower, so we have wind 340 degrees at 5 knot, runway 01 left clear land.
01 left clear land, Scooter 616. Autopilot off. So I'm hand flying this myself now. What have we got for in it ref? 144, 136. $41. Trying to get it nicely trimmed
Okay, 5
on approach.
Okay, 5 Romeo Bravo, taxi Bravo, do you have any preferred gate?
No preferred gates.
Roger, Nokia 5 Romeo Bravo, taxi to Charlie 7 via Bravo, Charlie 6, Golf
6 knot crosswind.
7.
Charlie 7 by Bravo, Charlie 6, Golf and Tango 7, Nokia 5 Romeo Bravo.
Vietnam Airlines 640 Tower.
Tiny little adjustments, and I'm using a lot of trim here just to keep it smooth and stable for us. Speaker come off a little bit there. Little drop of the nose actually from me. That's the wind suddenly dropping off.
Tanzania is only 270, 330 and 410.
500.
Okay.
Development Tower, I guess I will choose 330.
Your flight plan amended. You are now re-cleared via 2 Tanzania via flight level 330.
Clear to Tanzania Airport on flight level 330, 643.
Here we go. Looking ahead.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
That weird snap to ground effect again, isn't it? The second the main wheels just tickle the runway, bam, everything slams down. So you always get a heavy timing touchdown, don't you? Quite well. We're down, firm and accurate, and actually, through 50 knots. Let's get rid of this.
16 vacate runway nearest right exit, taxi Echo.
Vacating Echo 12 now and taxi Echo Scooter 616. And look at that, Siam Flight.
6 confirm, requested Bay Echo
3. Yes please, Echo 3, Scooter 616.
Scooter 616, Roger, taxi to Gate Echo 3 via Echo, Delta 7, Golf, Tango 11.
Taxi Echo Delta 7, Golf, Tango 11, for Echo 3, Scooter 616. Which is the next one, because this is Delta 8. So 419, but bang on the touchdown zone on the centre line. Look at that little tiny red dot there. Hopefully you can see that. I've actually left the nose landing light on just to really make it shine, just to help us with taxi. Let's get flaps up. And the speed brake retracted. We just changed the mode on the transponder there as well. Cool. Taxiing on an idle, and look at that, Siam Flight Bangkok Suvarnabhumi International Airport Microsoft Flight Simulator. It is utterly stunning. Have we got an Osprey base here yet? I don't think we do. Or a route to Bangkok with Osprey Airways. I don't know if we do. I mean, look at that. Stunning, right?
for the Boom Tower for the cab. Lufthansa Thai Smile 2 Mark Alpha established on the LS 10 miles out.
Thai Smile 2 Mark Alpha Tower สวัสดีครับ Wind 34
How cool is that?
Not runway 01 left clear to land.
Clear to land runway 01 left. Thai Smile 2 Mark Alpha.
Dive in, have a little look at that scenery. How spectacular. Rab, do it, you'll be fine. It's a lovely scenery, this. You can buy it on Any Builds, on the Any Builds store. Siam Flight makes this. I don't know if it's on any other shops. I don't know if Contrail sell it. Nice, Flying Panda's centre tanks are finally empty. Perth to Heathrow for him. Yeah, anything Siam Flight, usually you can expect really stunning scenery from them. It's just really nice, isn't it? And certainly the end of a nice flight or something like that, it's nice to arrive somewhere that really, really pops and impresses you every time. And this is one of those sceneries.
Singapore 720, shutting down, thanks for the service. Good night. Sawadee krap.
Good night. Sawadee krap.
Brakes. How accurate is she? Ooh, that's pretty good. I think that might be on it. 787 there, maybe, not sure. We have got a custom profile, so it depends on how it's been configured. APU's good, that's all set, that's all on. Let's get the engines off. 1 and 2. Beacon lights off. Dome light on a little bit for some backlighting. And there we are. Engine temperatures and pressures are good. GSX. Request deboarding. Yeah, I might have forgot to turn my taxi lights off. I thought I did. My god. Oh well. Occupational health will be in touch. Here we are. That even a little beacon that's flashing on the jetty. How cool. What we can do is go to the menu, doors, open forward cargo is already open and entry 1 left. So none of the other doors are open except for entry 4 right. The others aren't animated, sadly. But there we are. I mean, look how good this scenery is. Oh, we need to open that one as well. On our cargo, it doesn't open. Boo!
Passengers the boarding side.
I assume some of you watching might not have ever seen this airport scenery before, and it is really stunning. So we're going to quickly pop in.
643, request to taxi to runway 01 left.
643, are you requesting push?
So you can see the interior, which is really nice as well. It hasn't got tons of detail because it doesn't need to, but it has got a lot of detail in the sense that they've even put the gridding on the on the travelators, which is insane. Litos, yeah. The literally welding glasses with me. Look at those spectacular emissives. Beautiful, right? So impressive. Let's have a look at our New Skies score. Who knows? So we've done a go around. Well, we have a little wobbliness with the autopilot as well, and we're snapping a few times, so hopefully I haven't got a G-force penalty. I'm nervous about this. $7,508 of penalty, 9.23. Okay, we got away with it. Lovely. So our routing out of Singapore, initially cutting it left, G-force allowed, range exceeded, it says. So that's when we turned the autopilot on and it snapped really quite aggressively. And that's where I got worried about the G-force thing there. So I'd be curious to know what happened there with that. And then as route took us all the way in here with vectors from ATC, flying the star, descending down. Final approach. Up to here where we've disarmed the spoilers. Sorry, hold on. Where are we? We've got a double one here. Yeah, that's the landing. So that's our second attempt. But the first time we're up, gear up, flaps set up to 15 as we climbed up and away. And then it had cheat slew, which has been disabled thankfully. I can't remember what that was that caused that. Cheat slew now, off the top of my head. And then we headed up, round back on ourselves to give it another go. The autopilot got a bit confused on approach there. Oh, look at this, it merges into a satellite view. Very neat. And we actually hand flew a longer approach this time, and it felt really quite nice. And you can see where we vacated at Echo 12, lights, APU, and our taxi in up Tango 11, engine chains at Echo 3. In fact, look at that, we're almost... that looks like a Scoot on pushback as well. And there's a KLM there as well, that Pride orange and blue one. So, all round, very good. And a very enjoyable flight. Massive thank you, of course, to our air traffic control. Huge weather system to the northeast and north of Thailand at the moment, look. Really appreciate all the ATC coming up online. And if we can quickly go and find Flying Panda, who's flying Perth to Heathrow. There he is. In the 787-9, flying a first ever Osprey operations from Australia to Heathrow on New Sky. Do have a look at that if that's the sort of challenge that you guys want. It is there, it's ready for you with a scheduled service. Huge thank you to everyone who's flown along today as well. I hope you guys have enjoyed the route too. Thanks to Doc for suggesting it. Have we got anyone on final? Oh, we do. Let's see if we can quickly watch this touchdown. Can we get there in time? Yes, we can. Lovely. So just down there, look, there's the aiming point and the small touchdown zone. We went around because we were gonna go beyond that touchdown zone very quickly. It's a small touchdown zone. Not convinced it like that in real life. I'd have to have a look at the satellite imagery. Oh, is this? It's an A330. Looks like, doesn't it? Nice. Cracking little touchdown. There's the windsock, look, it's indicating a little bit of a crosswind, and it's a Thai A330.
Sunny 04, Sonapum Tower, active runway 01 right, unit 1013, clear to enter.
I think that's our final pilot in, isn't it?
5 nautical miles east, maintain 2000 feet or below, join right down with 01
And look at that. An impressive scenery. How good does that look? I'm going to leave you with these beautiful views. Tim, hello in the Netherlands. Thanks for joining us towards the end. Spectacular. I haven't, Litos, no. I will try and do that now after the stream. You've triggered my curiosity. Yeah, huge thank you to all of you. Hit the like button, our new subscribers today, all of our channel members, bronze, silver, gold, frequent flyers, for all of your ongoing support. I appreciate that. And I've got to go do some motorcycle training tomorrow. So for the rest of the afternoon, I'm going to make sure all my armour is in my jacket and all of that is set up correctly. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. Keep an eye on the channel over the next couple of days. We'll do one more stream before I go back to work, either Wednesday I think or Thursday. I'm not sure which, I've got to check the calendar. Can't turn up to work a day late, can I? But in the meantime, as always, thank you very much for flying along, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Thanks for watching.
โอเคครับตอนนี้ 04 report on final 01